chat. We live, yeah.
They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. You wish you could.
Oh, man. All right, we live. We running a little late, but it's all right. It's all right.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
All right, chat. All right, man. What's up, Big Niche? What's up, Art of War? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to get it started, man? Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Hold on.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go. There we go. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. What we doing tonight, chat? Hold on. It's the morning time. It's plugged in the morning. I'm tripping. Let's roll that back. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. What we doing this morning, chat? What we doing this morning, chat? Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We got the government shutdown, day 3 of 61. Jasmine, Crockett, AOC, and Jeffries are pushing back on healthcare. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Marxist, fascist, alien, or NPC. Get your ass in. We finna have these conversations this morning. So call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live, and he running his mouth, man. Y'all locked in this morning, chat. We got a lot to cover, man. We got Andrew Tate clip where he's talking about the genocide going on around the world. We got some boots on the ground at the Antifa ICE facility in Portland. We got some miscellaneous clips. We're gonna talk about free speech and a lot of that stuff. We also have the government shutdown. You know, we got the government shutdown going on, but also we still have the ICE raids going on. They say 41 illegal aliens were arrested at a Dallas strip club. The strippers are not even safe, chat. So I mean, I guess I get it. If they in there and it's a bunch of illegal strippers, that's hurting the regular strippers' money too. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get into that. 41 illegal aliens arrested at a Dallas strip club. Well, there was probably some people in there looking at the strippers too. So it probably wasn't just all strippers. You know what I'm saying? Also, we have going across the pond. They say a demonstration is gonna be held at Parliament Square today at 5:30. They're going to be protesting the British government. They're saying the British government is complicit in the genocide of Palestinian people. Also, you see this clip above me. They're saying the globalist agenda is crumbling. Every country is seeing a rise in nationalism. Every country, well, at least these countries, is seeing rise in nationalism. Also, we got a LGBTQ girl talking about she does not allow her son to watch any LGBTQ promoting television. So we're gonna get into that also. That Cam Higby guy, I think he's the one that does the freedom debates or whatever. He ended up pepper spraying a black girl. I think she tried to take his hat and ended up pushing him or something. He pepper sprayed the shit out of her. We gonna watch that. Also, in other news, they're saying Netflix has lost $15.1 billion in market value since users have been canceling subscriptions to protest the woke content. We're gonna get into that more with the ICE facilities, and we're gonna slide over and hear from some of the Democrats today. We're gonna hear from Jasmine, Crockett, maybe AOC and Hakeem Jeffries, but I believe Jasmine Crockett sat down. I think she's been going live, doing like hour live streams, just interacting with her community. I told y'all that the Dems needed to do that. Really all politicians, but the right kind of had a chokehold on social media, interest media through the last election cycle. So I told y'all that the left needs to do this. So we got Jasmine Crockett sitting down. I think she got like 51,000 subscribers on her channel now. I don't know. We're going to get into that. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We got an action-packed episode this morning. We're going to see what's going on. You said no more paper checks. Beautiful morning. It is. Good morning, everyone. Everybody say what's up, plug. I'm going to tell y'all what's up. Back Lala, you got them plain lays ready, man? Where that baby go there?
JB.
Go. I told that bitch don't get in my car if it don't come with no neck. I told my niggas I don't like the beef cause that don't come with no check. I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say that they got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Joy. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm Waterboy. I know I'm all in the head. Bad bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spread. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you. These niggas broke, I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Puff the blunt, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no D. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fucking like so in the bed. I call them twin. I call them twin. I call them twin. Bitch and shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 = 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on 'em and they tryna get them gone. What you call it, wet? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest product, it's pink. You know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brother cut out, we sellin' brain, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm trying to get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh, still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. She a different type of freak, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London and sum me up like be hustle.
Oh man, double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. If you watching this on the playback, drop some comments on the playback. Share this live out far and wide. We are still fighting the shadow, man. Share it to your timelines. The last person you text, it doesn't matter to me. I hope everybody's having a good morning. We do have breaking news. Appreciate Cypher for bringing us this breaking news. I'm gonna go on and get over there to it. We have a terrorist attack, man. Where is this at?
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and we do have an
Manchester. I believe that's across the pond, right? Let me see where the hell this is at, man. It's in England. All right, so we in England, man. Manchester's in England. All right, Chad, I had to get that shit together and figure out where we was at. This is breaking news. We have a terrorist attack this morning. UK police say 2 dead, 3 injured after a synagogue attack. I guess this guy went in there and started stabbing everybody. I believe he was neutralized. I think I seen a video of him laid out on the ground, soaked in blood. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. Let's get into this clip, man. We have a terrorist attack, 2 dead, 3 injured, synagogue attack in Manchester, England.
update to share with you here about this synagogue attack in Manchester, England. We are learning from the Greater Manchester Police saying they can confirm 2 people have died following the major incident outside the Heaton Park Hebrew Congregational Synagogue, and we also do know 3 are injured as well. So if you are just joining us on Live Now from Fox, I have been sharing the active scene here as this investigation does
What the hell is a congressional synagogue? A congressional synagogue does not refer to a real institution. There is no such thing as a congressional synagogue in the context of religious or governmental structures. The confusion may arise from the existence of congressional prayer room. I don't know why they're calling it. I guess they call it, I don't know. I don't know why they're calling it a congressional synagogue.
Does continue, and we have been getting information here quite quickly. So to recap, if you are just tuning in, we are sharing this breaking news with you. 2 people were killed, 3 others seriously injured today in a synagogue attack in northern England on the holiest day of the Jewish year, which is Yom Kippur. The suspect is also believed to be dead.
On the holiest day of the Jewish year, which is Yom Kippur, I don't know anything about the Jewish year. I don't know anything about Yom Kippur, but I think that was a statement that was made. If he went in there and stabbed up these people on the holiest day of the Jewish year, oh yeah, he was trying to make a
after
statement.
Being shot by officers, but that couldn't be immediately confirmed because of concerns he had an explosive on him. And that's according, once again, to the Greater Manchester Police. A bomb disposal team was at the scene as well. This all took place as people gathered at the synagogue on Yom Kippur. And we did also see here in a series of posts on social media, just for a bit of a timeline perspective here, Greater Manchester Police said they were called to the Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue shortly after 9:30 a.m. by a member of the public who said he had witnessed a car being driven towards members of the public and that one man had been stabbed. Shots were fired by firearms officers minutes later as well. Police initially said 4 other people were being treated for injuries.
I know this is England, this is Manchester, but we gotta be vigilant in the United States, man. Start carrying, man. If you going to church, carry. If you going to praise and worship, carry. You going to Sunday school, carry. You going to revival, carry. You going on the damn church trip with the bus, carry, man. This is crazy, chat.
Caused by both the vehicles.
Studies show that 95% of Christian men do not carry when they go on to church or to church related activities. We might need to change that, chat. We might need to change that. We might need to start carrying around the damn church. Let's be real. I didn't mean to cuss like that, but we might need to start carrying around the church.
And the stab wounds, but they later updated the number of victims to 5. Police had declared Play-Doh, which is the national code word used by police and emergency services when responding to a terror attack, but that does not mean it has been declared a terrorist incident. Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he was appalled by this attack, and additional police officers would be deployed at synagogues across the UK. And here is that post there from Prime Minister Starmer. We also have been sharing just some brief comments there from him that we did get a little bit earlier as well, and I'll play those out.
What's up, V? You say Carrie going to the corner store for sure. What's up, TNT Pirates? I hope you're having a good morning. But Keir Starmer been pissing me off lately. I know Keir Starmer ain't got much to do with us, but between the Internet Safety Act, Digital ID, I don't know, man. Keir Starmer, what the hell is going on, man? Y'all trying to send Tommy Robinson to jail? I gotta look more into that. Tommy Robinson goes to court in a couple weeks. We finna see if his ass going to jail or not. But Keir Starmer, I'm not that familiar with you. We've been covering Keir Starmer the last few months, and I'm not a fan of this guy. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just not a fan of this guy, man.
Here in just a moment in case you did miss it. And we do know that he is flying home early from a summit of European leaders in Copenhagen, Denmark, to chair a meeting of the government's emergency committee. We're also hearing from Dave Rich of the Community Security Trust, which is a charity that monitors anti-Semitism in the UK, and saying Yom Kippur is the holiest day of the Jewish year, as we have been sharing here. And he said it's a very solemn day, and synagogues across the country will be full throughout the day. He says that there is, quote, always a significant security operation in place between.
Let's break this down. Dorsey, you said you crazy carrying a death stick in the God's house. Blasphemy? No. No, what's blasphemy is us sitting in this church house like sitting ducks and somebody coming through it and mowing us all down. That's blasphemy, man. We got to be able to praise and worship in peace, man. And if having a firearm or armed security, whatever's going on, is a deterrent to where we can worship in peace, that's what's just gonna have to go on, because it's synagogues, it's churches, they're driving trucks through the doors, getting out shooting, setting them on fire, they're standing outside the window, kids are going to pray and they shooting them. Listen, something gotta change. I don't, Dorsey, you talking about bringing death sticks into God's house is blasphemy? Well, listen, man, call it what you want. Call it what you want, man. Somebody gonna have to have some protection, because it's not slowing down. It's only picking up, man. I promise you, somebody come over there to that church, get the plan, and get blew down. It's only gonna take a couple examples. Y'all run over to them churches playing if you want to, you're gonna die. Go over there playing with them folks while they praising and worshiping, trying to give all glory to God, you're gonna die. Somebody gotta stop it. So everybody running around these churches playing, driving trucks through it, getting out with ARs and rifles and shit. Somebody gotta put an end to it, man. Somebody is gonna get caught by their plan, stretched in the middle of the street, and then it'll slow down. They'll think twice.
Police and the trust across the Jewish community on all major Jewish festivals. So once again, this breaking news update that we are bringing to you here, as we do know now that 2 people have been killed and 3 others now seriously injured after this synagogue attack.
Now you saying get armed security. What's the difference between paying armed security and just hiring a church member? What's the difference? If you're not going to hire an off-duty law enforcement officer, we can have Brother John stand right there where the ushers is standing with his 300 blackout strapped across his arms. Man, we can have Brother Carl sitting there with his 1911 at the door, detouring anybody who think they finna come over here playing, man. What is we talking about? Armed security for what? We have all of these able-bodied men in the church house that can carry. You from Cali, Dorsey, it might be a little different. Maybe y'all can stand out there with that 10-round clip and that will deter some people, man. Or a shotgun, something.
Northern England. And as I did just share with you here, we did get some very brief comments here from Prime Minister Keir Starmer. I did want to share those with you right now.
The attack in Manchester this morning is absolutely shocking, and all of our thoughts are with those affected. I'm on my way back to London. When I arrive, I will chair an emergency COBRA meeting. I'm already able to say that additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe. I've spoken to Mark Gardner of the CST and Andy Burnham, Mayor of Manchester, and I want to thank the emergency services for the speed of their response.
Man, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't got a problem with the pastor carrying. Man, listen, man, I don't got a problem with the pastor carrying. I don't got a problem with the ushers carrying. I don't got a problem if you on the organ and you carrying. Where we at today in America, I mean, y'all saying that most churches say no. Well, hey, we're going to have to call a meeting. We're going to have to get the board together, the members together, the elders, somebody, and we're going to have to figure this out, man. Somebody going to have to come together to figure this out, man. Listen, I don't know. I just don't have a problem with it. If I know that my pastor up there in his James Bond suit and he got that fire, you know what I'm saying? He got something under his arm right there in case something go down. He got the line of fire. He's up there on the pew. Somebody drives this truck through the church doors. Pastor need to fire him up right there in front of everybody, man. Let's be real. I don't got a problem with it.
And so, as we did just hear, there more police presence was being deployed across the UK there, as we are now taking a wider look here, chopper view of the scene here this morning. Still a very active investigation. We did see witnesses, a group of people who were outside the synagogue just a short time ago as well, and they were sharing their experiences as to what they saw. So we're going to continue to monitor this here, but a sad update to bring you here this morning. We now know 2 people dead, 3 injured after this attack. We'll be right back.
All right, 2 people dead, 3 injured. Hold on, Jay.
Well,
hold on, John Kennedy. We ain't worried about you right now. We trying to see what's going on with this synagogue. Hold on.
Is it costing Yeah.
so tell us what you.
All right, we finna hear from this lady. I think she was on site. She's talking about the stabbing. I believe she was on site. Essence, you said this always happens during their holy days. It's crazy.
You heard this type of thing, and then I said, no, it's gunshot. There's been a terror attack.
So
Somebody told you it was a gunshot.
Or you just suddenly thought it's a gunshot.
No, my husband and I, or I might have thought it was a gunshot. I don't remember. Like,
So it was a gunshot, and you thought it was a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just thought it must be a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
There's always talk of like, this is like viewed as the worst case scenario, like every single year, like the same thing gets mentioned about security and everything. You always
was, but also that detail about the offender after having driven, as they believe the timeline of events is, a car into people who had gathered around that mosque in North Manchester, stabbing people who were in that vicinity. Also,
so he drove a car through some people and then just gets out and starts stabbing people. He should have been blew down as soon as he stepped out the car. Let's be real. I know they don't got that going on in England, but if somebody plows through a crowd, gets out, and then proceeds to start stabbing people, too much going on. Somebody should have been neutralized him. Somebody should have been blew his ass down as soon as he stepped out.
deeply traumatised so many people in this area, as you'd expect.
Yeah, Katerina, thanks very much. Katerina Vitozzi there, who's down at that press briefing that we've just heard from Sir Stephen Watson, the Chief Constable of Greater Manchester. Also in the last hour, we also had a briefing from the Assistant Commissioner of Counter-Terrorism, Lawrence Taylor. You're watching Sky News Today with me, Jane Secker. It is 4 o'clock. These are the headlines.
Everybody else, get back! If you're not involved, move back!
2 people have been killed in an attack at a synagogue in Manchester, with the suspect also shot dead. Police are describing it as a terrorism incident.
That's the suspect laid
Based
out
on what
right
we
there.
know, counter-terrorism policing has declared this as a terrorist incident.
When I think of terrorist attack, chats, I just don't think of stabbings as terrorist attack. That's how desensitized I feel like I am as an American from the South. We can throw being black in there too if y'all want, man. I just, now that we're breaking it down like, oh, this was on a holy day at a synagogue, he stabbed these people. Now I see it as a terrorist attack. But like just hearing somebody got stabbed, and that didn't register to me as a terrorist attack. I mean from the ARs that they say take everybody out, man, to rigged explosives, to people driving through crowds, running people over, to parking outside the Trump Hotel and shit exploding. I think of those as terrorist attacks. When I think of stabbings, he stabbed 5 people. That's damn bad. You know what I'm saying? It just, today, it clicked for me like, damn, that's a terrorist attack. But like before, like, oh, nah, he just went on one and got to stabbing people. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's for sure a terrorist attack. On their holiest day at a synagogue, oh yeah.
Described by the police as a terror incident. A third man, believed to be the attacker, was shot by police, and officers have confirmed he is also dead. 3 other people are in a serious condition, and a bomb disposal unit is now at the scene, though police have said that there is now no risk to the public. Within the last hour, police have confirmed 2 other people have been arrested in connection with the attack. Well, these are live pictures from Crumpsall right now, where the emergency services continue to respond to the incident. Police said it had declared Plato, the national code word used by police and emergency services, when responding to a marauding terror attack. Earlier, it emerged a number of hospitals in Greater Manchester were placed in lockdown as a result of the ongoing situation, although that has now eased. Speaking within the last hour, the National Head of Counter-Terrorism Policing, Lawrence Taylor, formally declared the attack as a terrorist incident.
This morning, an appalling attack took place in Grumpsall in Manchester. 2 people have died. The attacker has been shot dead by the police. We believe we know their identity, but for safety reasons at the scene, we're unable to confirm at this stage. 3 other members of the public are in a serious condition. We have also made 2 further arrests. And based on what we know, counter-terrorism policing has declared this as a terrorist incident. Our specialist teams are now leading the investigation into what happened at Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue and working closely with Greater Manchester Police. As we do this, those who have been killed and injured are at the forefront of our minds, as are their families, friends, and all of those who love them.
And that white shirt with the black patches is kind of clean. I guess this is the UK police. I don't know, but the white shirt with the black patches, it just looks a little more professional than what the hell we do over here in America. The white shirt with the black patches looks a lot more professional.
An attack on our Jewish community today on Yom Kippur is devastating. Communities across the UK would normally be marking this holy day are now grieving and worried about their safety. And I want to be clear, UK policing is mobilising, and it's mobilising fast. Police forces are stepping up patrols across the country, at synagogues and Jewish sites, and more widely to provide reassurance to all those communities who have been affected by this incident. At Counter-Terrorism Police, we're deploying all of our capabilities in response to what has happened. And we have resources from across our network involved. We will ensure every piece of intelligence and line of inquiry is interrogated. We're working closely with the security services to ensure we have a full intelligence picture in the coming days and weeks. Following events in Crumpsall today, I'd also like to ask the...
I think that guy in the corner right here, that's the guy who committed the attack. They blew him down, but the police had to get there. You know what I'm saying? They did blow him down, but the police had to get there.
9:34, firearms officers were deployed and police received further...
That's so crazy to me that they even have to say that firearms officers were deployed. What? What the hell does that mean? What is a firearms officer? Like, I'm from America, chat. Like, TNT, I know you say you from over there. What is a firearms officer? When I think of a firearms officer, I think of the feds, like ATF. Alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Alcohol, tobacco, firearms. You know what I'm saying? Don't they deal with the arson and shit too? That's what I think of. When I think of firearms police, I'm thinking of ATF. Because all our police, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Not all are armed. They might as well be a security guard. I'm going to keep it real with you. Not having a police arm is crazy to me. Like, what? You might as well be a CO. That's the police that are not armed in America, those are COs. Those are security guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's crazy to me.
Reports that a security...
Mate, if he detonates... Mate, I'm just jumping out of this in a minute. He's going to blow himself up. He's trying to press the button. Come on! Like, shoot him!
Sky News has obtained an image of a man who is believed to be the suspected attacker outside the synagogue. Sky News has cross-referenced the image with video from the scene of the attack. As I was saying, police say they have shot the man dead. And we have some more images of the suspect to bring you now, but I must warn you they are graphic and some viewers may find them distressing. These images show the body of the suspect at the scene. A knife and what appears to be a bag are on the floor. A bomb disposal robot can be seen working next to the body in a second shot. Well, let's show you where the...
Left him on his head, chat, about going over there playing and shit. Left him on his head. You say the police can't kill civilians here? Hell, our police can't either. I don't know why y'all think our police not supposed to. The same way y'all police would kill y'all over there is the same way ours would. Same thing. Hell, anything that would constitute y'all police taking somebody out over there is probably the same over here. Our police is not supposed to be killing nobody unless some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Same thing right here. See, some shit was going on and they killed him.
The attack.
As my officers and staff are with the families of the loved ones who have been affected by today's horrific incident on what is the Jewish community's holiest day, Yom Kippur. This attack has been officially declared as a terrorist incident, and the investigation is now being led by counter-terrorist police. As has been confirmed by CT policing, we believe that the identity of the offender has been established, but until we are certain of this fact, it is premature to set out this detail at this juncture. In addition, I can confirm that 2 other individuals have been arrested.
Oh, y'all said what's the distraction? It's not a distraction. This is a statement. This situation right here, I don't think is a distraction. If we're gonna say what's the distraction from in the UK, we could say the digital ID. Tommy Robinson got over 2 to 3 million people to sign the petition against the digital ID over there. So they're fighting out against the digital ID. It could also be a couple other things. But this was an attack on a synagogue on the holiest day of the year for this group of people. So this was a message. I don't think this is a distraction. This was a message. He went in there, stabbed 3, ran over people, stabbed people, unalived 2, injured 3 really bad. On the holiest day of the year at a synagogue. So no, I do not think this is a distraction. I think this was a message.
Arrested, Manchester and beyond. Updates will be provided as soon as is practicable. Our priority is to keep the public safe. At this time, we know that a car was driven directly at members of the public outside the Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue on Middleton Road, Crumsall, in Manchester. The driver of the car...
This happened this morning, about a couple hours ago. This is breaking as of 3 or 4 hours ago, and the reports are just now coming out.
Was seen then to attack people with a knife. He was wearing about his body a vest which had the appearance of an explosive device. There were a large number of worshippers attending the synagogue at the time of this attack. Immediate bravery of security staff and the worshippers inside, as well as the fast response of the police. The attacker was prevented from gaining access. All those inside were safely contained until police were able to confirm.
So he stabbed people outside. He ran people over and started stabbing people. He didn't make it inside the church. Okay.
That it was safe to leave the premises. Yom Kippur is a day where we see our Jewish community attending their places of worship, places where they and their families should feel entirely safe from harm. I want to share my gratitude to all of those members of the public who called the police as soon as they saw what was happening. This allowed the quick response from our officers, who were able to act swiftly and bravely to bring this horrendous attack to an end. I also want to thank our partners from the other emergency services, local authorities and the health service, who have provided their ongoing support to us throughout the day and will continue so to do over the coming days. I know that today's horrific events will have a significant...
the Prime Minister talking about I will chair an emergency Cobra meeting. So we got Keir Starmer finna have a damn meeting.
Significant impact on all of our communities, not only in Greater Manchester, but across our country. There will be lots of questions that people would like answers to, and quickly. But please understand that some of this will take time. What I can say is that the highly visible response to these dreadful incidents will be sustained as we work to understand the full circumstances.
Yeah, Poet King, this is not our continent, but you gotta understand this is still the West. What's going on over there with Keir Starmer? They're trying to roll out digital ID and all of this shit. We gotta look at Palantir over here. Have you not heard about the real ID? Try to get your ass on a plane and you ain't got a passport or a real ID. So we gotta watch this situation closely. We cover this. A lot of my audience comes over here and hangs out with me because we cover events across the globe, current events. Also, not only is the digital ID, we see nationalism popping up everywhere. Nepal overthrew their government. We got France out in the streets. We got Britain out in the streets. We got Americans out in the streets. So yeah, I cover all of this. No, this is not our continent, but hey man, we covering it, all right?
Today's murders raise new questions and they will require new answers. So that there, the reaction from Kemi Badenoch in the last few moments. Well, let's just bring you also another image that we just have, a new image that we can bring you here on Sky News. And this is of...
You said, so that dude that blew up the church in the U.S., a veteran, is he a terrorist? Yes. Yes, that's domestic terrorism, however you look at it. If you commit domestic terrorism, your ass a terrorist. Yes, you go shoot up a church, you're a terrorist, dude. Yes.
The still of somebody being arrested. Now, this is on White House Avenue, which we understand is quite close to where this attack actually happened this morning. Let's bring in our crime correspondent, Martin Brunt, who is there for us right now. And Martin, White House Avenue, is that the area, by any chance, where we saw this increased police activity a little earlier?
I believe it is. I haven't long been here, but colleagues who were here several hours ago became aware of some activity, some very obvious police movement in a hurry down to that part of Crumpsall, and we believe that that's where one of those arrests at least was made. But as we've heard from the Chief Constable of Greater Manchester Police, there have been 2 arrests.
So 2 arrests, so they arrested 2 men in connection with this guy. So we have 1 suspect. 1 suspect is no longer alive. 2 other suspects have been arrested. What are the chances there's a patsy? Probably not, because I guess the one of them dead. They blew him down. So shit, he's dead. He won't be talking. He won't be going to court. But what about the other 2? I wonder what's going on with the other 2.
As well as rising hate crime. It emphasises the importance of interfaith work, of bringing people together in our communities. We must all work to calm tensions and reaffirm our shared commitment to peace and solidarity. So those words of Zach Polensky, the Green Party leader who grew up in a Jewish community in Manchester. Well, some of members of that community have been talking outside the synagogue following the attack. We talked to one couple who believe their granddaughter may have been in the synagogue at the time, leading a children's service there.
First of all, can I just ask you how you're feeling at the minute?
Horrendous. Absolutely. When I first heard it on the news, I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely shocked and heartbroken. That's...
Very nervous, I think, weren't you?
And of course, absolutely. But for something like this to happen on Yom Kippur, on the holiest day of the year, when and I don't know why, because we are good people. I know in my...
It's something about this couple, chat, like, they look like somebody. Who do they look like, chat?
We are good people and we just want to live and let live, and I don't understand why.
And can you just tell us...
All right, chat, we're going to move on in the show. There was
intercepted the flotilla and
that was in Manchester, England, the synagogue attack. While we're over here across the pond, they're trying to have a demonstration today. A demonstration in Parliament Square today at 5:30. This is from Fiona. Fiona Lally over there on X says the British government is complicit in the genocide of the Palestinian people. 1 million people have taken to the streets for Palestine before. Now is the time. Block everything, in all caps. A demonstration has been called at Parliament Square for 5:30 p.m. So I don't know if she's trying to lead this or she's a part of it, but let's see what she's talking about. It says RCP, Revolutionary Communist Party. So it looked like she's bought and paid for. I ain't gonna lie. Look like she might be getting a check.
And in response, in all the major cities across Europe, you've seen thousands of young people and workers immediately take to the streets. They want to shut down Europe. And to do that, a general strike has been called in Italy for Friday. This is exactly what we need, a workers' boycott of Israel. But we need it in Britain as well. We need a mass demonstration to take place tonight outside of Downing Street at 5:30 p.m. in London. Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana have amassed a mailing list of 750,000 people who signed up to the prospect of a party that wants to free Palestine. Let's organise on that basis. The unions in Britain should follow the lead of Italy. We need to end the genocide through a workers' boycott. We need to end Western imperialism. We need to overthrow our rotten war criminals at home. And we need as many people as possible to join us in that struggle. Israel...
Sound like a lot of people finna lose their damn job. That's what it sound like to me, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. A workers' boycott sound like a lot of opportunity for employment for some other people, man. Cause I don't think them folks gonna be playing. You miss work a couple damn times, man. You better have some PTO or your ass fired, man. I hope whoever participates in that damn boycott got some PTO, cause they ass finna get fired if they don't. Straight up. But yeah, chat, this is what I was talking about with the nationalist movement that's going on globally. These are all recent countries, you know what I'm saying? So we see a nationalist movement going on globally. Everybody's talking about they have immigration problems. They're ready to close their borders. They're ready to get the stop paying for these luxury hotels and giving out free food and things of those sorts, chat. We see it in America. It's kind of a global thing right now, you know. You don't really see the Middle East doing it, but I guess in the Western countries, that's pretty much what the hell is going on, man. How do y'all feel about the nationalist movement popping up everywhere, chat? Oh yeah, they finna lose that damn job. I don't think they're gonna play with them either. I do not think they're gonna play with them either, chat. Alright, let's move on, man. Alright, Andrew Tate going viral right now for his take on this. I haven't watched this clip yet. Let's see what Andrew Tate. I think he's speaking about Gaza and the genocide. Let's see what side is he on.
This country's called.
What nationality is Andrew Tate? Is Andrew Tate mixed? Like, isn't his dad black and his mom is something else? What race is Andrew Tate, y'all? Nationality, should I say? American and British. African American father who was an international chess master, and a white English mother who worked as a catering assistant. Alright, so Andrew Tate mixed. Let's see what he's talking about.
Bro, I'm gonna go straight to jail. I'm gonna go straight to jail.
Oh, they said I seen where he was talking to Piers Morgan. I didn't watch the full interview, but I think Piers had him on his show the other day talking about they dropped some of his charges. Chad, did they drop some of his charges? Double tap the screen, shut it live out. We 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal.
Let's imagine there was a country which was currently committing a genocide. But why are they committing the genocide so publicly? Because this country, let's say, had complete control and blockade of its enemy for a very long time. Why wouldn't they just make them all infertile by poisoning the food supplies? That would be very easy and nobody would know. Why wouldn't they just poison them slowly? Why wouldn't they just give them all turbo cancer in the medications that they were given? Why wouldn't they just build out a 10-year plan for the population to slowly decrease and eventually just fade away to nothing? There's no reason why they would have to do a big public execution. Why would they be doing this? That doesn't make sense. If the goal is primarily genocide, then the primary objective would be not to get caught. The primary objective would be to commit the genocide without anyone finding out about it so that anybody can talk about it. So if the goal's not genocide, what is the goal? Well, the goal is to be deemed and seen as evil. That is their primary objective. Why use, in this fictional country, why would they use military-grade weaponry on children, which is the height of evil incarnate, unless...
I'm gonna keep it real about how I feel on Andrew Tate. I don't know if he I know they got him on the sex trafficking and shit, but he's claiming his innocence, saying that it was his wife and some more. Now that's, you know, I don't know how relationships go over there, you know what I'm saying? But I take Andrew Tate seriously because he's talking about running for president over there. Like, now we seen Trump become president. We seen Conor McGregor put in his bid to run. We see what Tommy Robinson's putting 3 million people in the street. Andrew Tate is one of those people, Chad, that could put 1 million people in the street. Depending on where he at. Andrew Tate could probably put 1 million people in the street. If he get a couple retweets, like a Elon retweet or two, bro, Andrew Tate could probably put 1 million people in the street. He's talking about running for president. Where is he talking about running for president of? A prime minister? He was talking about running for somewhere. But yeah, that's why I don't really watch his content and shit. But when people send me his clips when he's speaking on certain things, I listen to it because I know that he has political aspirations. So Andrew Tate, if he doesn't go to jail, he's finna be pushing to be the leader of somebody's country. So shit, I think people might want to look around.
Unless they wanted the entire world to see them as evil. Well, the answer is simple. By doing evil things, by having the entire world turn on them and seeing them as evil, what does it do to their native population? Their native population will sit there and say, well, everyone hates us now, so I guess we got to stick together. Nobody likes us. In fact, now it's more important than ever. If I'm a judge and you get caught, you know, looking at kids online.
See, I never really got into that, the red pill sector chat of YouTube. Like, I never really watched Kevin Samuels or Andrew Tate or them. Like, I never really just got into that section of YouTube. When everybody was, like, sucked into the red pill section of YouTube, yeah, I think I was outside.
Child porn, I'm going to help you out because they're all against us anyway. You know? We have to love each other because there's so much evil out there against us. So now we have to love each other. We have to unify. So by deliberately going out into the world and attracting evil, they are generating love in another place. This is what's extremely important for you to understand about the way the world actually works.
You said Romania dropped charges, lack of evidence. That's what he was saying. I remember him saying that they tried to get him for trafficking his wife, Chad. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. I want to know how y'all feel about this. How would y'all react right here, man? How would y'all react right here? They say, what do they say? Sticks and stones, man. Sticks and stones. Look, man. All right, so they saying this guy out there outside the ICE facility says he telling this man he's yelling in his face that he's gonna fuck his mouth wide open, man. How would y'all take that, chat? You got a grown man in your face yelling about how he's gonna fuck your mouth wide open. I know it's the morning episode, but hey, man, that's what he said it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know any other way. I guess I could have said F.
Hey, you! I'll fucking fuck the shit out of you, motherfucker. You'll never, I see you, push bullets. I'll fucking put your head in that pavement. No, I will fuck your fucking mouth open, motherfucker.
Get your shit. Y'all gonna do anything. Get your shit.
I think he mean it, Chad. I think he mean it, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. I think he mean it. This how y'all beef out there, man. This what y'all do, man. This is what Antifa does out there in Portland, man. Antifa, man. Y'all wear chicken suits. Let's just evaluate this picture right here, Chad. Everybody's listening to this argument, but we didn't even notice it's a grown man standing in a chicken suit out here, Chad. He got a chicken suit on with an American flag tied around his neck. Arthur Green, you said who cares? I care. We're talking about it. Damn, Arthur, if you don't care, you can swipe up, man. Damn, Arthur. You just got in this motherfucker. You just, you know what I'm saying? Pissy bad vibes, man. Chill out. Shit. Anyways, got on a damn chicken suit with an American flag strapped around. We got this other guy. He got a sign that says something American value, but it's like strapped to his head around his neck, and he's holding a flag with a backpack on. So he got the gear, you know what I'm saying? His inventory is full right now. You know, we just gonna say his inventory is full right now. We got this one guy right here who's pointing in this man's face, talking about how he wants to bang his mouth wide open. I think he might actually mean it. Yeah, it's just a lot going on in this scene right here, Chad.
No, I will fuck your fucking mouth open, motherfucker.
Get your shit. Y'all gonna do anything. Get your shit. Y'all gonna do fucking anything. Are you gonna do your job? I see you, bitch. You gonna do anything? You gonna do anything? Get your shit. Have your fellow woman? I don't know. Are you gonna do anything? You fucking fat hoe.
Hey, you.
Okay, so this guy's sign says abolish ICE is an American value. How do y'all feel about that, man? He said abolish ICE is an American value. All right, chat, you know what I'm saying? We're going to lighten the mood a little bit. I got a little miscellaneous clip, you know what I'm saying, that took me back to my high school days, you know what I'm saying, when we used to go to the teen club and shit, man. Listen. See, he was trying to get a dance, and she just looked at him crazy. See, I've seen this happen to many of my partners, chat. Like, growing up, when you used to go to the house party or the teen club and the girls would be over there dancing, like, that's how you would kind of see if the girl liked you or not. You would go try to dance with her. And I seen a lot. I'm talking about a lot. Not even just my partners, just being in the spot, period. You see people get hit with this look right here, and it's just so crushing, Chad. It's like they just want to slide down the wall, Chad. Like, and then everybody's looking because we done hyped you up to go over there, like, go dance with her, go dance with her. I was one of those kind of people, Chad. Am I a bad friend, Chad? Is that not being a good friend? Because I was the one to hype my partners up, like go dance with her. You know what I'm saying? Go dance with her. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, chat. Go dance with her, man. I was fucked up for that, chat. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Looking back, I was fucked up for that, knowing damn well I shouldn't have sent his ass over there to try to dance with her, man. Knew he wasn't finna dance with her, chat. Alright, chat. We gonna move on, man. That brought me joy, man, from my high school days. Oh yeah, we got this one right here too, chat. This is in New York City. They saying the doorman just lost his job because a customer slapped him. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna break this down and see what's going on. A doorman lost his job. You said the girls used to dance crazy, hands on the floor and all. Yeah, hands on the floor. And then there was always one freaky nigga in the party, wasn't it, chat? It was always one sweaty ass. I'm sorry, I can't sugarcoat it, man. It's the morning show, but I can't sugarcoat it, chat. It was always one freaky nigga in the house party, the club, or whatever. I'm talking about, it's hot as hell in this club, man. Like, it's hot, bro, and you want to take your shirt off, like you just sweating everywhere, dancing, grinding like Chris Brown and shit in the middle of the party. Then you want to get up, dripping puddles of sweat after you just hunched 3 or 4 of these girls in the middle of the floor, and you want to brush by me. I'm clean as hell, chat. I just probably went and bought this outfit this week to go to the little teen club, man, and you want to brush your sweaty ass by me? I probably got on white. Man, you gonna get my white tee. I'm gonna have a damn brown streak on my white tee because of your freaky, deaky, sweaty ass, nigga. You still piss me off, chat. Piss me off, bro. And it's always the same couple niggas, too, bro. Like, you can't go nowhere, bro, with these men. Damn. And one of y'all in here was one of them freaky deaky niggas too, bro. One of y'all was one of them freaky deaky niggas taking your shirt off in the house party and shit. Go on and admit to it. And I bet y'all didn't think about the niggas that was clean as hell standing next to the wall or whatever that you was brushing up against, putting big ass brown streaks on their shirt, man. That just pissed me off all over again, chat. Let me watch this video before I get mad.
Oh my God.
Freaky deaky ass niggas, man.
Move, you're blocking the door. Move, I can't get through. What are you doing? Fucking retard.
Your mother.
Did you just say my mother?
No, I didn't say your mother.
I can't believe you just had the fucking nerve to say that to me. Where do you fucking come off talking to me like that? How dare you talk to me like that? I said, how dare you talk to me like that? And I said, how dare you say to me, my mother? How dare you say, fuck you, your mother?
I didn't say that.
How fucking dare you, you lying piece of shit.
You said you was gonna kill me.
You're a lying.
You said you was gonna kill me. Don't hit me.
You're a lying.
Don't
piece
hit me.
Of, I don't hit anybody.
Don't hit
you
me.
keep threatening me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Fucking like that.
Oh, he backhanded him, chat. No way he just backhanded this grown man, chat. If I rewind this and he backhanded this man, wow.
I said, how dare you say to me, my mother? How dare you say, fuck you, your mother?
I didn't say that.
How fucking dare you, you lying piece of shit.
You said you was gonna kill me.
You're a lying.
You said you was gonna kill me. Don't hit me.
You're a lying.
Don't
piece
hit me.
I don't hit anybody.
Don't hit
you
me.
keep threatening me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's go.
No,
Let's
he
go.
kicked him. I don't think he backhanded him at all. I think that was closed fist right hook. I think he hit him with a closed fist right hook, Chad. What?
Lying.
Don't hit me.
I don't hit anybody.
Don't hit
you
me.
Keep threatening me.
Fuck is wrong with you?
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
Fucking hit
Come
me.
on, come on.
You fucking hit me.
Come on, you hit me. You hit
I
me.
hit the phone
You
out
hit
of
me.
your head. I hit the phone out of your
You
head.
hit.
Oh, you said, what would I do in this situation? Yeah, I would have went on and flushed him, Chad. I'm not going to lie, man. I would have went on and flushed him. But for one, I wouldn't have spoke under my breath at this man talking about your mother or whatever he said. But if he would have, went on, came at me like that, yeah, I would have went on and flushed him, Chad. Flush team. I'm talking about Royal Flusherton. Ha!
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Fucking hit me.
Come on.
You fucking hit me.
Come on, you hit me. You hit.
All right, it started because this man said something to the guy standing on the wall, and the guy responded under his breath like, your mother. You know what I'm saying? That's what the guy said back to this man. And the man was like, I'm gonna effing, you know what I'm saying, unalive you, whispered it to him. Then he walked off. Then he came back and was like, I can't believe you said that to me. And then it went from there. So he said something first, but the guy responded to him and said, your mother. Here you go.
Move, you're blocking the door. Move, I can't get through. What do you...
He said, move, I can't get through.
Move, you're blocking the door. Move, I can't get through. What are you doing? Fucking retard.
Your mother.
Okay, he said, what are you doing? And then he called him an effing retard. And he said, your mother. That's how it started.
Did you just say my mother?
No, I didn't say your mother.
I can't believe you just had the fucking nerve to say that to me. Where do you fucking come off talking to me like that? How dare you talk to me like that? I said, how dare you talk to me like that? And I said, how dare you say to me, my mother? How dare you say, fuck you, your mother?
I didn't say that.
How fucking dare you, you lying piece of shit.
You said you was gonna kill me.
You're a lying...
You said you was gonna kill me. Don't hit me.
You're a lying
Don't
piece
hit me.
I don't hit anybody.
Don't hit
you
me.
keep threatening me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Fucking hit me.
Come on.
You fucking hit me.
Come on, you hit me.
I
You hit
I
me.
hit the phone
You
out
hit
of
me.
I
You
hit
hit
the
me.
phone out of your
You
head.
hit me. You 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 hit me.
Oh, he calling him the hard ER. I haven't seen this, chat. This is why I don't watch these. I don't pre-screen a lot of this shit. I watch it live with y'all. I didn't know what.
Let's go. Come on. Fucking hit me.
Come on.
You fucking hit me.
Come on, you hit me. You hit
I
me.
hit the phone
You
out
hit
of
me.
I
You
hit
hit
the
me.
phone out of your
You
head.
hit me. You 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 hit me. Call the cops. Call the cops. You call the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. You fucking touched me. You fucking started it. Go. Oh, you broke my phone. Thank you. Appreciate it. You broke my phone.
Okay.
You see this shit?
You want me to call 911?
Call 911. Call 911. Call 911.
Oh my God.
Call 911.
Who the fuck is you called?
Hi, I'm outside of the building, 339 Street, and a tenant just attacked the gentleman. And he like...
Damn. Oh, they say he got arrested. Here go the backstory. My name is Lawrence Montgomery. I work as a doorman downtown New York City. On September 16th, a tenant from the building I worked at named Kevin Lewis Carden started to harass me about giving a love note to another tenant about walking her dog. I agreed, and Kevin continued to talk about a dog he's dealt with in his life. He started to insist that I couldn't spell the name of a dog he claimed was an American. I told him I'll search the dog later on when I have a great, because I'm currently busy working. He kept on insisting I spell it, claiming that he knows I can't spell it. He then got offended when I refused and walked away. Shortly after, he came back and accused me of being dismissive, and then went on about how He has a problem with me for a year, which was new news to me, hence the fact I see him every day and there was never tension. I ignored him and kept working. For 3 days, he continued to harass me and say different disrespectful remarks towards me. On the third day, which was September 18th, he insulted my intelligence and tried to provoke me. I was wearing my AI Ray-Ban glasses on that day and had them recording. I have the whole incident recorded. Now this jackass thinks he can take me to court and is playing victim when I gave full proof of his actions. My purpose is to expose people who think it's okay to mistreat other people because they feel entitled. Despite the fact I encouraged a bystander who witnessed the situation to call the police, I was still arrested and wrongfully accused on 5 charges. Meanwhile, no one took into consideration my side of the story. The video proves how broken the justice system still is, and no matter whether you're a victim, you will get racially profiled. Damn, that's crazy, man. He did smack 5 from it, man. Double tap the screen, shut alive out, chat.
41 people have been arrested and taken into ICE custody after a sex trafficking raid at a strip club in Dallas. Homeland Security executed a search warrant for suspected human trafficking and for unlawful employment at the Chicas Bonitas Cabaret on Harry Hines on Friday. ICE says all 41 people arrested are in the country illegally. 29 of them are suspected of illegally working at the club, and they say at least 5 are convicted criminals. 41.
So they hit 41 people in one night over there in Dallas, man. 41 people, man. Damn. That is crazy, chat. That's crazy, man. Alright, chat. Let me find this shit, man. Let me see where... Alright, Chad, this
for us in the military. So first of all, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that serves, especially
this Jasmine Crockett, man. She been going live on her channel over there. Jasmine Crockett, this her YouTube channel. So she talking about the government shutdown. It's called her shit is called Crockett with Crockett Shutdown Edition. So we finna see what's going on, man. Crockett with Crockett.
See anything because we're trying something new. I am streaming everywhere so that we can hopefully have a real conversation. So I have Sierra here. She's gonna help me. I hope she's paying attention. All right, so I wanted to talk government shutdown because I know there's a lot of noise out there. So I wanted to cut through the noise, and I wanted to have an opportunity to actually give you an opportunity to ask me whatever questions it is that you may have. So first of all, let's make sure everybody can hear me. Can they hear me on IG? Mm-hmm. Nope, they say they have no sound. Hold on. I can. They still there.
Oh my gosh, why is she chewing gum though?
Okay, maybe y'all do have sounds. Okay, so I'm gonna hit that. That did not happen. All right. And here we are, September 30th passed again, and it did not happen again. So the difference is they do not have a stopgap to keep the government open. The Republicans control the House, they control the Senate, they control the White House. The last time the government shut down, guess who was president? I'm sure.
All right, yeah, last night we was watching, and I had a caller call in and was like, man, you was being real biased today, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what, caller? I don't think I was being biased, but I said let's hear from the left today. Let's hear from the Democrats today. So right now we finna see what Jasmine Crockett talking about. We'll probably see what Jeffries talking about as well.
I'm sure y'all know the answer to this. It was the same man. So I don't know why we keep playing and acting like this man knows what he's doing or that he's equipped, because he is not. But nevertheless, we are in a shutdown. Now, what does that mean? That means that people still have to show up to work, including my staff. They are showing up every single day, as well as TSA, the people that work for the IRS, the people that work for Social Security, anybody that is not on contract, that is. The VA, everybody has to show up to work. In fact, if you go out and get another job, you can be fired. So you got to show up to work, but you're not going to get a check. So as I've been telling people, your payment is on layaway. Yeah, that's basically what that is. Now, that is for those people that are deemed essential. You have a number of people in the federal government that are not deemed essential. So if someone's not deemed essential, then they're sitting at home waiting to get called back to work. And even if they're sitting at home, they are not allowed to go out and get another job. Yeah, they make you be broke until they get their stuff together. And to be clear, members of Congress, we still get paid. I just want to put that out there because I like to be fully transparent. Okay, so we got that out the way. Now, what does that mean for everybody that doesn't work for the federal government? Well, that means that if you need federal resources in any way, chances are it may be delayed. So if you're looking for your Social Security, maybe a little slow. If you're looking for something from the IRS, maybe a little slow. We know that the last time we had a shut.
I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. That's a big ass ring she got on, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever put that ring on her finger, bro, they probably dropped a check, man. If that's, you know what I mean, Chad, I'm not gonna lie. That's a big ass ring, bro. It's like one of them Kardashian motherfuckers, bro.
So if you're looking for your Social Security, maybe a little slow. If you're looking for something from the IRS, maybe a little slow. We know that the last time we had a shutdown, it actually was stopped because the air traffic controllers, shout out to the air traffic controllers, they were the ones that actually brought this thing to a complete halt, because the air traffic controllers are federal employees. And they basically was like, we ain't going to work. They flexed their power. They showed how important they are. And so once those planes weren't taken off, that meant you had all the airlines that were calling and complaining. You had your Amazons of the world. You had your FedExes, everyone that requires any logistics for their company, which is pretty much everybody. They were calling and they were complaining. They were like, y'all got to get y'all stuff together. Sadly enough, as I've said over and over, the only language that this administration understands is this: green. So I am hoping that we will see an uprising from federal workers where they flex their power in some creative way and basically get this administration to the point that the big boys are calling.
Hey, double tap the screen, shut a live out chat. We are 22 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We 22 subscribers away from 39,350, man. Let's get a quick 22 subscribers, chat.
The only people that he cares about, because he has no care whatsoever for the people themselves. All right. So hopefully they will call in. So Congress will still be paid. Nobody else. His bootleg golden ballroom or whatever. Yeah, they're not stopping on that. Now, when we start to talk about something like SNAP benefits, let me be clear about that. SNAP benefits will probably continue for at least 30 days. So you got about 30 days. And then after that, things will get really funny. The longest shutdown we've ever had was, of course, with this guy again. And that particular shutdown was for 34, 35 days. Hopefully we won't go that long. Hopefully they will decide to do.
Said 34, 35 days. I told y'all the sweet spot is 61 days. If the government stays shut down for 61 days, they said Trump will have the power to fire like 740,000 federal employees.
Do right by their own constituents. So what is this shutdown about? The shutdown is about the fact that the Republicans, who all voted, to continue on with whatever nonsense Trump wants to continue on with, they are okay with the expiration of tax credits for those people that have their health insurance on the Affordable Care Act or through the Affordable Care Act. All right. So the marketplace. So if you get your insurance, marketplace, Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, one of those things, if it sounds familiar, that's what this is about. Okay. At the crux of it, there's a lot of other things, but at the crux of it, this is kind of the non-negotiable for the Democrats. So basically there are people saying, yo, if my premiums go up because the tax credit goes away, I won't be able to afford health insurance. The sad part about this is that right now, most people are feeling like their lives are a lot more unaffordable because of the ignorance that we have seen around tariffs, because of the ignorance that we have seen around just the administration as a whole. But mostly the tariffs have made things unaffordable. The big ugly bill also making things unaffordable. We know that this was the largest transfer of wealth from those that are, say, working class or working poor, up to the billionaire class. As we know, this president himself has enriched himself a ton. For the first time in his life, he probably is legitimately, I use the word legitimately very loosely, but he now is balling, right? After shaking down various news outlets for money so that they hopefully don't get shut down, because we know that he doesn't care anything about the First Amendment, as he's engaging in these sketchy crypto deals that can't be traced with foreign governments, as he's accepting $400 million planes from foreign governments. Like, he's doing a lot and he's corrupt, and that's just what it is. And there is no other way to put it. All right. So Democrats have said, listen, too many people are going to be kicked off their health care. You already passed the big ugly bill that is going to take somewhere between 15 and 17 million people off of their Medicaid. And so you're pulling this $1 trillion out of the healthcare ecosystem. So everyone's healthcare is going up. It doesn't matter what kind of healthcare you have. Now you won't have that money paying into the hospital, paying into your doctor's office, and that kind of stuff. So everyone's healthcare costs are going up, to the extent that some organizations have already shut down or announced that they're shutting down because of this. If you use things such as the Boys and Girls Club and they get money from the federal government, that money isn't coming right now. If you use things such as Head Start usually gets a decent amount of money from us. That money now is not coming under this shutdown. So these are some of the things that are going on. I just kind of wanted to give a general overview, and I wanted to make sure that you understood some of the lies that they're putting out there. They are saying that we should blame AOC. Okay. So the House has 435 members and the Senate has 100. Somehow they have decided that they were going to blame AOC. Child, I don't really even know. Y'all do the math. Okay. So I'm going to let that be that. They are also saying that this is about Democrats wanting to give money or give health care to undocumented folk. Just to be clear, I don't know that undocumented folk are showing up to try to get health insurance that it is illegal for them to get in the first place. Because last time I checked, a lot of them are not showing up to work. Heck, documented people aren't showing up to work because they're afraid because of what ICE has been doing. So I'm not really sure who is really on risk at all for that. Like, that just doesn't make sense. That's not what it is. That is against federal law. We are not trying to implement a new federal law that would somehow legalize this. This is about our constituents, and frankly, more of their constituents than ours. Let me see if I have any other notes, and then I will take questions from Sierra. Yes. So if you want to know about healthcare and approximately how much it may go up by, Simone Sanders just pointed out, as I was just on her show, actually it wasn't Simone, I think it was Alicia. There's a New York Times op-ed that is out that talks about the cost of healthcare and how much it may go up. And the example was given, a couple that brings in $85,000, that their healthcare costs potentially could go up by $24,000. I'm just saying. So this is a fight worth having, because frankly, the pro-life party is showing that they could care less about a life once it's actually here. So now Sierra will give me questions. What does this say about their priorities? Well, I think we know that their priorities are misplaced. The question is, how many of us will take the time to actually do the research and understand what's actually going on, so that by the time we get to these special elections, such as the one that's coming up in Tennessee, where we have an opportunity to flip a seat, or by the time we get to Prop 50 in California and we have an opportunity to say, because Texas wants to cheat, we are going to match our energy and fight fire with fire. So we are going to show up and vote yes on Prop 50. This also, will let us know, if we really are paying attention when it comes to the gubernatorial race in Virginia that's going to be on November 4th, or the gubernatorial race in New Jersey that's going to be on November 4th.
Yeah, right now Jack is in a close race in New Jersey with Mickey. We watched some of that debate. We might go back and cover it, but we also have been looking at the Virginia. They have a black woman as the Republican candidate, and I believe a white lady as a white woman as the Democratic candidate. So yeah, we haven't covered the debate. I don't think Virginia's doing debates, but New Jersey did do debates.
It is important that we make sure we not only talk online, but we show up to the ballot boxes and we do what's right, which is kicking them out, because there is no quote unquote good Republican. I'm sorry. There's not, because they are going along with this. They are hurting their own constituents. I brought up SNAP benefits. Let me reiterate, as I have said over and over and over, SNAP is used more in rural America than urban America. I'm trying to tell y'all that because
I'm not gonna lie, chat. I spoke on that yesterday, and they wanted to debate me about per capita and all of that, but it is what it is.
Because the vast majority of Republicans are elected by rural America. In addition to that, our farmers, who are already struggling, most likely are about to really struggle because of the shutdown and because of the Republicans' inability to govern. But right now, we have a record number of bankruptcies that have been filed by our farmers. Why? It's a lot of reasons, but we could start with the tariffs and the fact that so many of our farmers now are not exporting the amount of food that they would normally export, meaning that they're making less money, not to mention all of the illegal cuts to federal funds, which is yet another issue that I did not mention. We know that they are not honorable negotiating partners, right? We know this because we had things that were signed into law, things that had been voted on, and this administration, this president decided that he just was going to stop money that he didn't want to go out. That's not how this works. So that's the other thing. Democrats need assurances, next level assurances, because this guy potentially would get people to vote for it. And then the very things that Democrats cared about, such as making sure that those tax credits are available for those that are on Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, making sure that they actually get those tax credits. Who's to say that they just won't, decide, never mind, we changed our mind. So that's the other thing about these negotiations that makes it a lot more complicated. Next. Do you think this is to distract? Oh, the Epstein files. We ain't getting distracted. We staying on task. I will tell you that they are excited for this, though. I will say this. Because if you didn't know, we ended up winning a special election in Arizona. Our newest member, who has not been sworn in, Congresswoman-elect Grijalva, is ready to sign and be the 218th signature on the discharge petition. Now, for those of you that don't know what a discharge petition is, let me tell you, it's usually just a messaging tool. We usually do not get the number of signatures that we need to override the speaker. The speaker is the only one that can really, for the most part, put bills on the floor. There are exceptions, and this is one of those exceptions. And basically, think of it like if your state has a petition process. If the people that are elected into office don't want to file bills or pass bills that you want, but let's say you want same-day voter registration or online voter registration, and your state allows you to do something, or we saw the ballot initiatives around reproductive access. We saw that happen in Ohio. We saw it happen in Missouri and so many of these other red states where their elected leaders would not put anything on the floor. So the people had to rise up. So we in the House, we basically have that same opportunity. If there's something that the body of members actually wants to put forward, then it takes 218 signatures. Right now we have 217. The 218th signature will be Representative-elect Grijalva's signature. But since we're not in session, and since we shut down, they've made all the excuses in the world not to swear her in, and they could have swore her in just yesterday, doing what we call a pro forma session. So they opted not to. So I also think that they are buying time right now. And what they are trying to do is twist the arms of the 4 Republicans that did sign on to the discharge petition, trying to get somebody to come off the discharge petition before Grijalva is sworn in, because then they will have to put it on the floor and they will absolutely have to take a vote. But I am so happy you asked this question, because we will not be distracted. We need to be able to walk and chew gum. And the reality is that we just heard my junior senator from the state of Texas talk about protecting pedophiles. It was some kind of slip of the mouth, but that's what he said. We got to protect the pedophiles. Will the shutdown impact local upcoming elections? Potentially. It just kind of depends on how everybody's election systems are set up. Most of the time, there are some dollars that may come down. Now, I'll tell you that because there's no federal races except for the Tennessee special election, for the most part, I imagine that the local elections that are taking place, those should be run by local government. And I wouldn't imagine that there's any specified federal dollars that are right there waiting to be disseminated in this exact moment. So I would anticipate if there's any place that may have some complications, it potentially would be Tennessee, because that is a federal race that they are administering. But other than that, I think that it should be minimal disruption. Why are Republicans not back in DC working? Honey, they don't want to. I mean, listen, so in full transparency, I don't usually talk about my international travels, because I think some people will be like, wait a minute, so y'all out of the country? But like, we really are international representatives. And frankly, as I'm trying to make sure that our friends stay our friends, it's important that we as Democrats show up on those trips as well, so that the Republicans don't talk reckless and make things worse as it relates to our relationships. So there's a number of international trips that we take for various reasons, whether it's to talk about trade, whether it's to talk about security issues, whether it's to talk about ways that we work together on innovation. There's all different reasons that we actually engage in these what we call CODELs, or congressional delegation trips. And so I actually was scheduled to leave on a congressional delegation trip today. Today is Wednesday? Yes. I was scheduled to leave today it was scheduled to go to Finland and Iceland. And the trip was canceled over the weekend. The Republicans, the majority, they are the ones that set up the trip. And they basically put us on a call and they said, we anticipate the government is going to shut down. We are not there. And the reason that it matters that the Republicans aren't here is that the Senate is consistently going forward with votes. So to be fair, because I do like to be completely fair, honest, and transparent, Republicans in the Senate are here. They are here. There was a bill that was passed out of the House. If the Republicans pass anything different in any way, if they pass that out of the Senate, then it has to come back to the House. And the House has to be here to then pass it, right? So the House basically has said they don't care. And so they're not here because they have no intentions of passing anything, even if there is a negotiation that comes about between the Senate Democrats and Senate Republicans. It doesn't seem like the House Republicans are interested in working. Now, we are supposed to be back in session on Tuesday, according to our calendar, but we were supposed to be in session on Monday and Tuesday of this week anyway. And they didn't show up because the speaker called it off. So we will see if they come back by next Tuesday. But I am in DC. I am ready to work. Whenever the Republicans say they about this life, I'm going to be here and I'll be ready to work. What is a congressional district? How do I find mine? Oh, this is a very good question. So every state has a specific amount of congressional districts. When we go through the census every 10 years, what happens is there's a redistribution. So we have a total of 435 seats, no matter how many people are in the country. But let's say people are moving from South Dakota, and now more states have a smaller population. So we will get yet another. Those of you that live in Republican areas, don't just sit there and say, well, it's going to be a Republican. Maybe not. Because you know what? The Republicans don't even want to show up and talk to their own constituents right now because they know that their policies are so bad. We know Tony Ernst went into her senatorial district in Iowa and basically told her constituents, it's all good if y'all die. That didn't really work out too well because then she doubled down by going to a cemetery and was like, sorry, not sorry. And now she's not running for re-election. I guess her numbers look kind of bad. So listen, crazy things have happened. We know the last states for the game.
I'm trying to get through the skipping part, Chad. Like, I can't deal with this.
Games, not to mention during the shutdown, those that maybe are trying to travel in and need those visas, that's only going to further complicate that. So now we're not bringing in tourism dollars. We know that when we looked at the numbers for Canada, tourism specifically from Canada was down by 40%. And so his failed
double tap the screen, shut a live out, chat on. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single day over here talking current events, politics, and entertainment. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a longer stream today on the morning stream. We're going to kick it today on the morning stream. I'm going to kick it with y'all today. Then we'll come back for a nighttime stream. Yeah, we just going to hang out.
Policies around immigration, and I shouldn't say it failed. His constitutionally illegal policies around immigration are hurting our economy in so many ways, from people not showing up to work because they're fearful of a raid, to people just not wanting to come to our country because they see people being disappeared, to the tariffs and there being no rhyme or reason to them. But obviously, I think everybody knows now that we pay the tariffs. So costs have gone up, and the strain that exists on the farmers, as well as them not still getting through the farm bill. We're 3 years behind on a 5-year farm bill. It is causing farmers to have to shut down, file bankruptcy, which means that there's less food that is available. So there's less supply. And if you know anything about supply and demand, when you reduce supply, but demand is still high, then costs go up. So essentially, he's making everything bad. And the firings with the federal government, whether you work for the federal government or not, it's impacting all of us. The largest employer in this country is the federal government. And with the federal government riffing so many people, that impacts the restaurants. That impacts, all of.
All right, chat. We're going to move on. Wow, I just took myself off. Hold on, chat. Damn, chat. I think I just fucked it up. Hold on. Damn, chat. Give me 1 second. All right, chat, we back. I had switched the wrong damn browser, man. It's crazy.
What's up, everybody? So, government shut down, first day. Now they're talking, you're starting to hear oh, well, this is the way that we can streamline the government and we can really slim it down and blah, 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 blah. That's true. But let's talk about why. So with the government shut down, it's the requirement of the executive, along with the Army and the Marine Corps, to make sure that the nation still functions. That also means that they can move assets without congressional approval, because Congress is basically out the window, okay? With the government shut down, the U.S. Supreme Court doesn't exist, so it moves to the U.S. Marine Corps Division Main Court, justices, or judges, and the Army Judge Advocate Generals, and the Air Force Judge Advocate Generals, depending on what jurisdiction we're talking about, whether it's space or air or land or sea, commercial, right? Which really, this isn't going to be space or air. Everything's really in maritime or in federal commercial. So right now, what can happen, like what's probably going to happen, and this is going to sound a little crazy, but this is what I see. The police forces, all law enforcement, is going to get moved to Division Main, Marine Corps, and they're going to be attached to as our law enforcement mechanism, and that will facilitate the re-establishment of the American militia, which starts with the veterans. Second, and this is beautiful, transportation and transit will be taken away from the states, and they will be moved into North America, and that transportation transit system will operate under the Army Corps of Engineers. So remember back in the day, like we had the Army Corps of Engineers for the bridges? Well, now the Army Corps of Engineers is going to be over our bridges, our roads, all that stuff. That's transportation, okay? So the states and the local counties can't profit from them anymore with their buddy contractors, right? So that's going to happen. Public land and ground will be moved to Judge Advocate Generals, and so will the probate courts. And this is the best part. Healthcare will be nationalized through the Army. EMS will be nationalized through the Army. Fire services, emergency response, emergency management, all weather, all that stuff is going to be through the Army, with the Marine Corps as the countersign. Okay? Sorry, something climbed my ear. So you're talking about national health care, bye-bye medical insurance companies. See ya. It was all for profit scam anyways. All these organizations, NGOs that were sponsored by Congress, no more NGOs, not unless they're for profit. 501c3 churches, you're gone. You're a business. No more tax write-offs. No more 501c3 churches. You're going to have to become an American religious establishment, or you're going to be recognized as a business. So it's going to be the keys. The keys that they gave them the keys to the kingdom. They gave the Army and Marine Corps, along with the executive, keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, it says for entertainment purposes only. I don't know. It's a crazy take, I can say that, but I don't know if I'm buying into this, chat. I don't know if I'm buying into this.
It's going to be a whole new nation with a whole new reality, a whole new education system. Education, university education, that's over. That's going back to the military and the veterans. The colleges for the universities will stay for profit the way it's supposed to be. And by the way, just so everybody knows, nobody ever got a university degree. You got a college degree that was sponsored by a university. According to my background check, I have a Bachelor of Laws from the University of Florida that was issued to me. But that is a Bachelor of Laws under English common law, which is actually a university degree, not a college degree. Got it? So let's see what happens. Get your popcorn. Background check. I have a Bachelor of Laws from the University of Florida that was issued to me, but that is a Bachelor of Laws under English common law, which is actually a university degree, not a college degree. Got it? So let's see what happens.
So everybody else just got a college degree, but you got a university degree. Crazy. Okay. All right, Chad, we're gonna move on. This is Chicago ICE took over a building, man. They took over that apartment building down there. Y'all remember before the turn of the year, they said that the gangs in Chicago were being ran out of the apartment buildings because the Latino gangs were linking up with local Latino gangs in the area and just taking over entire apartment complexes, making everybody get the fuck out or pay a tax to leave.
¿Cómo te llamas? Johnny. Aquí, güey. ¿Qué? ¿Nombre completo? Johnny Manuel Caicedo. Johnny Manuel. ¿Qué te llamas? 38 del 96. ¿Cómo te llamas? Reina. ¿Tienes documentos para estar aquí en los Estados Unidos legalmente? ¿Estás ilegalmente aquí, no? Entré por la bolsa. ¿Ah? ¿Tienes documentos? ¿Qué? ¿Te entregaste? Como ahorita te vamos a mandar también para tu país. Ah, I like Michael Jordan. You like Michael Jordan?
He got a little afro over there. Yeah, this shit down there like it's picked out, huh, Chad? Him right there, his hair picked out a little bit, ain't it?
Ah, I like Michael Jordan. You like Michael Jordan? This is Michael Jordan. Okay, I'm gonna move him this way.
I'm trying to see because you know they said the local gangs linked up with the gangs that was coming over and they was taking over whole apartment complexes.
Seriously, you want to move the next guy this way with fucking Homeboy? I don't know Homeboy's name.
All right, Chad, this is what they're saying about it. TDA took over this apartment building in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood. 300 ICE agents and others involved. They roped down off Black Hawk choppers onto the roof. TDA, Trinidad Aragua, I believe. 30 Trinidad Aragua terrorists taken into custody. And they said this is what they voted for. So 300 ICE agents and others were involved in this operation. They said people was roping down off the Black Hawk choppers onto the roof, and they rounded up 30 Trinidad Aragua members in this one apartment complex in Chicago. All right, we're gonna move on, Chad. All right, this was some other shit. I don't know. This is anonymous. They putting out some shit. Well, one of the pages ran by them. What is it? All right, they talking about the hidden books of the Bible, Enoch. As we focus on the book of Enoch, we recognize not all Bibles are the same. Councils and kings decided what stayed and what was removed. We are not here to divide, but to ask the question why. Because knowing is never the threat. Not knowing is. The hell is anonymous?
Anyone's faith. We're here to ask questions. to acknowledge differences that exist within Christianity itself, because much of it does come down to choices made by men in power, kings, councils, translators, deciding what stayed and what was removed. Questions should never be threatening. They are how we open our eyes instead of looking away. Many of you asked about the Book of Enoch. Here's what I found. The Book of Enoch was once read and respected by early Jews and Christians. In fact, it's quoted directly in the New Testament, the book of Jude, verses 14 and 15. But it's not in the King James Bible or most Protestant Bibles you'll find today. Why? Enoch tells stories many found too dangerous. Angels descending to earth, teaching forbidden knowledge, fathering giants called Nephilim. It speaks of cosmic battles, visions of heaven, and judgment against corrupt powers. For centuries, church leaders worried it gave too much away. Too much about angels, too much about the unseen world, too much that sounded mystical, even mythic. So it was pushed aside, banned from the official canon, and nearly forgotten in the West. And Enoch is just one piece of the puzzle. Other writings once circulated among early believers but were left out of the Protestant Bible, though some remain in Catholic and Orthodox traditions. These include the Book of Jubilees, the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Philip, the Gospel of Judas, the Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of Peter, the Shepherd of Hermas, the Apocalypse of Peter, the Didache, the Dead Sea Scrolls, even fragments from the ancient Sumerian tablets. Together they paint a picture of a much larger story, one we're only beginning to rediscover. My friends, we are all anonymous, and remember, knowing is never a threat. Not knowing is.
Alright, anonymous. Okay, anonymous. Alright, we're gonna move on, chat. I got a couple more clips we're gonna watch, man, before we get into some long form. Oh shit, I forgot to cut the phone lines open.
Who are you with? I'm a YouTuber. I'm just not interested in talking to any right wingers. Oh, okay. So I don't know if that's your political orientation. We were informed that the organizer will not talk to any right wingers.
We'll never be defeated!
The people united will never be defeated!
No Trump! No KKK! No racist USA!
Do you need a shirt? No. It demonetizes live streams. It demonetizes live streams. Somebody wrote here to punch a Nazi, so basically anybody that they disagree with. And it says, peace is not possible. Never tolerate intolerance. And this is the most intolerant group of people I've ever seen. I was wondering, how come you guys are dressed as angels?
Oh, you know what? Actually, are you looking to speak for somebody from the crew? So, Saffron and our crew is here.
All right, so I was just handed a pamphlet that is Know Your Protest Rights. So it says you don't need a permit to protest in response to breaking news.
See how she got that propaganda? Remember on my documentary, I got that damn propaganda, man. They just walk up to you and hand you some shit, man. See? She didn't know what the hell that piece of paper said. It could have said anything crazy like that shit that game.
Intolerance, and this is the most intolerant group of people I've ever seen. I was wondering, how come you guys are dressed as angels?
Oh, you know what? Actually, are you looking to speak for somebody from the crew? So, Saffron and our crew is here.
All right, so I was just handed a pamphlet that is Know Your Protest Rights. So it says you don't need a permit to protest in response to breaking news. I'm sorry, have you seen one of these yet? Know Your Protest Rights?
Do I know my protest rights? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Are you an independent, or do you come with representing a certain organization?
I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm not taking interviews right now.
I'm noticing that there is quite a lot of information and resources for people who get arrested or are being held by the cops. It tells them what to do. It says if you get stopped by the police, ask if you're free to go. If they say yes, calmly walk away. And here is also a sign that says violation notices. It says if there is no date and time on your ticket, then the CVB will mail you a notice to appear. Just information about what to do if you get in trouble here. So basically they're saying you can get in trouble trouble and then nothing is going to happen. It also warns them not to sign, say, or anything without a lawyer present. Tell them that you have the right to remain silent and a right to an attorney.
The rhetoric can get heated and it becomes no different than the rhetoric on the opposite side, where you dehumanize them to a point where, you know.
Call from
Dorsey.
to accept.
Damn, chat. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm about to come right back.
Trouble and then nothing.
Hey, Plug. Good morning.
What's going on?
Not much, man. I'm just watching your show. Very interesting
Tolerance
and so forth. I like the one with the Book of Enoch.
You got to turn your background down.
I turned it off.
All right, let me make sure we live. We back live, chat. Press 1 if we back. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw that one with the Book of Enoch. Have you ever read the Book of Enoch?
I have not.
Oh, man, you got to read it, man. It takes on with Genesis 6. You remember Genesis 6 in the Bible?
We can pull it up.
There was giants that walked the earth.
Yeah. Okay, I'm here.
Okay. So it just it describes what happened when the angels decided. It was about 200 angels. They all got together and they decided that they wanted to go down to earth because they saw how beautiful the daughters of Cain was, right? Because Cain had mixed with some of the subhumans and he came out with human females and they were very attractive, right? These are Cain's daughters, right? The daughters of Seth, they stayed on the mountain and didn't come down because they saw the world was evil. And what the devil was trying to do was to try to trick the people off the mountain so they could corrupt them. But God told them, stay on that mountain, don't come down. But anyway, in the Book of Enoch, the angels came down. They were called the Watchers. And basically they were appointed to watch over every country on the every nation on the world. If you look Psalms 82, you will see there was an assembly of the lesser gods. And God told them that, hey, y'all got corrupt. Y'all doing foul things. You were supposed to help the innocent. Now you're going against the innocent. So, that's when he punished the world by the flood. But I'm going to skip over that because, it's just religion. But as far as the other one with Jasmine Crockett, she's doing what she's supposed to do. Government is shut down, and she's out there doing her thing, letting them know, like, hey, this is what the Democrats is objecting to, and this is why they're not approving the budget, okay? So that's what her job is, to represent the people that feel the way she do. See, she's in the House of Representatives. So she's doing what her constituents tell her to do. And, she's in a black neighborhood as far as her constituents. And that's what black people saying. They saying like, nah, we ain't finna approve no budget where we get cut out of everything and then you give all the damn benefits to the rich people. Okay? So on that part, I do applaud her on making a stance. Now, as far as with England, most of the police officers in England don't carry firearms. So when they have something break off, they have to call in, like, I guess you could say the SWAT team, but they're not really that out equipped like our SWAT teams are out here. So what they do is they give people a couple guns, when you just going up against a dude with a knife, shit, you can just shoot the shit out of them, ain't no big deal.
Right.
You know, and that's how it goes. You know, that's how it goes in England because most of the murders in England is stabbings. It's stabbing. The most English time English people ever had weapons was during World War II when they handed out all kind of guns and so forth to people. But then later on, they asked the English public to turn back in them weapons. I mean, that's how civilized they are over in England and so forth. And the people gave it. But then the IRA, do you know who the Irish Republican Army is? Because I think that was a little bit before your time.
No, I don't. Go ahead.
You ever heard of them? Okay. The Irish Republican Army, they kept some of their firearms, and so they became real terrorists to the British. You know, they was bombing department stores, government buildings, assassinations, and so forth. See, England has only really settled down in the last 30 years. Back then, the Irish was on their ass. They really was, because they wanted a united Ireland, not no separated Ireland. You know, the difference between Orange Ireland and Green Ireland. You know what the Orange Irishmen are, right?
What?
They're Protestants.
Okay.
You know, they bow down to the English church. The Green Irishmen, those are Catholics. And they say they ain't changing nothing. So Northern Ireland, which is what we call Green Ireland, is part of the EU. Okay? So, you know, they ain't got no love for England at all. Okay? But on the other subject that you had, I saw the lady talk about the way politics is turning out here in America, and basically just how Americans are. We always have a favorite team that we root for. Me, I'm an independent, so I don't have a dog in the fight. As far as with the government shutdown, I say 60 days, 2 months. I think so. As far as the air traffic,
they can gut the government.
Yeah. So in 60 days, they do their thing. Let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Make some people start facing reality. The air traffic controllers, they do have a lot of juice. And if they really want to shut this country down, all they got to do is walk out. Ronald Reagan did it to them the first time when they tried to go on strike. And he told them, like, you federal employees, you're vital to national security, so you can't go nowhere. If you do, I'm going to have you arrested. You see where I'm coming from?
Right.
So
you don't think Trump going to do the same thing?
I mean, he can, but I mean, he got so many agencies spread out. Who you gonna send? The FBI? Who you gonna send? Because everybody else is out here trying to chase immigrants, and then they trying to make sure that spies ain't coming into the country and so forth. Man, we got so much stuff going on that, man, basically law enforcement is busy. And then as far as with the churches, as far as with the synagogues, so let me take that back. The synagogues here in California.
That's what he gonna do. He gonna send their ass to jail. Once a few of them.
Well, go ahead.
Once a few of them get arrested, shit, for saying it's national security, they going against the country, shutting it down. Once a few of them get arrested, shit, people gonna start going there back to work.
Yeah, but that's what he gonna have to do. Because ain't nobody backing down no more. I mean, people's backs are against the corner right now.
Anyway, ain't they trying to go with the AI now anyway with the air traffic controller?
Oh man, y'all crazy.
To be redoing the system.
Yeah, but you got to understand when you doing air traffic control.
When that woman crashed their plane into the helicopter in front of Was that in Washington?
Washington D.C.
Once
but you got to.
They said that the system was outdated, and basically they was trying to update it to have the AI do it.
Okay, but see, you got to
That's where they're
understand
going with it.
that there's a new type of radar system that, old system was passe. You ever heard of Doppler radar and all that crap?
Yeah.
Okay, so, they upgraded the system. So now the people who are trained on the new system, hey, man, you just can't replace them with the drop of a hat. The old system, usually they used to hire people in the military to go ahead, air traffic controllers who used to be in the Air Force or the Army. Those was the ones who usually got those federal jobs. But now, people have decided that, hey, man, they don't want to work for the feds like that no more, especially when ain't no benefits to it no more. Trump basically took the fun out of being a fed. When you used to be a fed, man, you used to think you was the shit. Then he fired all the people who was benefiting from being a federal employee. You know what I'm saying? But back to the subject I was saying about the synagogues. Here in California, they have armed security at each synagogue, at least 2. Okay? And they've been doing this for a long time. At least 15 years. Yeah, because now they got, at first they had just regular security so to make sure that people don't, break in people's cars or nothing like that. Then they started getting armed security. And then once they got the armed security, they wasn't playing. They got some real people. Then also over here in Woodland Hills, they hired private security that's armed to the teeth. I remember one time me and a black dude was just chilling, smoking a joint over by this dude's store, right?
Right.
Next thing I know, man, 3 armed security come jump out of the car. They jumped out of Prius, right? That's what fucked me up, right? They all jumped up, and you could have sworn they was like sheriff, like sheriff deputies with the vest and the green and all that, right?
Right.
And then they got to talking shit, talking about we got to move on and shit like that. And then I noticed that they didn't have no badges. So I whipped out my phone, right? Because I didn't want to make no sudden moves, because, you get the shit shot of you if you, make some sudden moves around real deputies. Oh, man, once I pulled that phone out, some motherfuckers, they start cowering down like dogs, right? And then that's when I got to talking shit. I called all kind of bitches and pussies and punks and told them, what the fuck you gonna do now? Now that I got the camera on you, what you gonna do? Oh, man, they hopped back in their car, man. The people was at the 7-Eleven was even looking and laughing. They was like, oh, man. I said, yeah, man, we just sitting here on our break smoking a joint. Because it was lunchtime, so we were smoking our lunch break, right?
Right.
So, yeah. But, I do think that, a church, hey, man, churches make enough money to hire a security guard on Sunday. Y'all ain't got to be coming into church packing. And then, what, you going to search everybody? What, you going to put metal detectors on at the door? You see where I'm coming from? That's a slippery slope right there. That's like showing you have to show ID to get into the church, right?
Right. No, you wouldn't have to.
If you're not a member of that church, once you recognize as a member, you be like, oh, they come a regular time. But then the strangers show up, right?
Right.
Now let me, I'm just keeping it real, and this ain't being racist or nothing. But if you was at a black church, right, and then all of a sudden a white boy in a trench coat come in at the door, wanting to come in and have service with you, would y'all allow him in the church without a pat down, or would y'all just let him go as is? I'm asking you, Plug.
I can't hear you. What you say?
I said, if you was at a black church, and then all of a sudden a white boy show up with a trench coat talking about he want to be part of the service, y'all wouldn't pat him down or check him out? Or y'all would just let him go as is?
Man, listen, ain't nobody come there. We talking about a whole different time. Nah, Dorsey, you not coming in my church with no damn trench coat if we let people come in firearms. What you mean?
Exactly. So if you already letting people in with the pistol, then what? Y'all nervous because somebody got on a trench coat? You got your pistol on you, so you say?
That's what I'm saying is this. Members of the church should be carried. I don't know how the hell, how else you want me to say it. It doesn't have to be everybody. Maybe they got 2 or 3 men that come every week and they have it on them. They know it. You know what I'm saying? Anything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they could designate a few good church brothers to come in there armed. You know, they don't have to be shown. They can have it tucked under their armpit in a nice suit. Maybe the church gets together and gets them some suits. You know what I'm saying? And a little firearm holster under their arm. I don't know, Dorsey.
Okay, so you gonna have the snipers up in the rafters and so forth?
I want the pastor to have a fire on him.
The pastor gonna be packing?
The pastor, he the one. When somebody come through them church doors, who gonna see him first?
I don't know, because sometimes the pastor come in late. You know, he make a presentation at the churches I've been to.
Well, you know, when he up there talking here, man, it wouldn't bother me. If I go in the church and pastor got it on him, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I can see it now. Reading from the book of Smith and Wesson. We gonna turn
we're not gonna do that, Dorsey. We're not gonna do that. It's private. We're not gonna do that. That's what we're not gonna do. But listen, he gonna have it on. Straight up. Somebody come in there with that plan, pastor, draw down on them and neutralize the threat, man. It is what it is.
Oh, neutral. Boy, y'all wild in Texas, boy. Let me know when y'all have them gun changes, right? And I'm going to have my Colt 45.
What do you mean the pastor can't kill or undermine his position? I'm going to tell you, Gito, down here in the South, somebody come in that church with that plan trying to attack the congregation and commit atrocities, and that pastor blows that person down. I'm talking about drops him dead right there in front of everybody. That pastor will get paraded around the city. He gonna get an award for saving his damn church. I don't know where you from, man. He's gonna get an award where I'm from.
Okay, would you shoot somebody who was stealing from the plate?
No.
Okay, I just want to see where y'all draw the line. So it has to be immediate danger to a person's harm, right?
Attack. We're going to call it what it is, a terrorist attack. If an ongoing terrorist attack is happening at this church and a pastor neutralizes the threat, he will be championed.
I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe y'all should just buy some security guards, man. Y'all already paid $500 for the piano player just to play one session of church. You know, the musicians, they get paid a lot of money. So why can't you just hire a security guard? I think they make $30, $35 an hour? Armed security.
Hold on, man. You say as a holy man, we supposed to turn the other cheek. You right, but we all fall short to the glory. We all fall short of the glory, don't. Hey, it is what it is, man. We got to protect these babies and these women and these, you know what I'm saying, these holy places.
Right, I agree. You know, you got to turn the other cheek, but always keep your neck on a swivel, right? Got to see what's going on, right? That's why I don't close my eyes when everybody do the prayers. I be keeping an eye on everything, you know, and I look up towards the sky. You know, I'm talking to God, so, you know, I'm looking God eye to eye. I ain't finna close my head and bow down. Nah, that ain't me. But see, that's a difference between me and most so-called followers of Christ. I got to see it. And you do know that in most religion, they stand guard when the people pray. You know that, right? In Islam, they always had
man, some gotta go on, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is my thoughts and opinions, chat. I'm not pushing this on anybody, my ideologies or my thoughts and opinions. I'm just saying this. If I walk into a church and they let me know, oh yeah, pastor, he gonna carry every Sunday, Wednesday, and we got the ushers over there. The ushers, they got it on them too. So if anybody come in here playing, just hey, it is
So
what it is. I would not. It's
so you
not.
gonna
And listen,
allow?
let me finish, Dorsey. That would
Okay.
not be grounds for me to up and leave the church. Like, oh, I just can't go to this church no more. They got the pastor, he's carrying, the ushers carrying at the door. I can't go. No, that's not how I would look at that situation. Some people would. I just wouldn't.
Okay,
up,
so
Shug?
let me ask you something. So would you allow the Muslims to have guns at they mosque?
I'm not a
Because
Muslim.
remember,
I'm not a Muslim, and I'm not Islamic. I don't know how would I
yeah,
allow
but
them to do
remember that
anything.
dude attacked a mosque, a few years ago and shot up them people. So are they allowed to have carry firearms into their places of worship?
Hell, who's stopping them from doing it now?
I'm just asking because it was good for the Christians, good for the Muslims too.
I'm just
Now
saying, like,
the Jews
you act like
already.
somebody's stopping them from doing it now. Who's stopping them from doing it now? If they truly
I
wanted
don't
to.
know. I just put the question. So in other words, every religion gonna be having, gonna be packing to
That's
some
America,
extent.
ain't it? Is this not America?
Yeah, this America, but shit, it's not the America I want to live in.
Shit, I don't want to live in America where churches are getting burned down with people inside of it and roofs are collapsing. I don't want to live in America where children are going to mass and they get shot by the dozens. I don't want to live in that America.
Okay, so you talking about, okay, all right, let me
Well,
make sure I got
let's
this in
take
my
the
head.
guns out of the situation. I don't want to live in America where somebody's gonna drive their truck through the front of the church doors after they set it on fire.
Okay, touche, you do have a point. But my whole thing is, what do? We do gun control, or do we go ahead and just arm everybody over the age of 13? Because I don't want the kids carrying no gun, but 13, I think that's a good age. So, my whole thing is,
Got kids at 13 are armed. What is we talking about? No, they ain't got no handguns, but shit, have you ever been to a youth hunt? You ain't see how many kids got firearms on them? You ain't never been to a youth hunt?
so you talking to me?
Yeah, a youth hunt. You talking about kids
Yeah.
over 13 had
Dude, man,
shit, they
check this
got
out.
'em.
Check this out. When I was in the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, they taught us about firearms and shit. You used to get that little 22 rifle. Oh, hell yeah, nigga. We used to get down, pick squirrels off and anything else moving.
Shit, I remember when I graduated from my 410 to my 20 gauge. I remember when I graduated from my 20 gauge to my 12 gauge, and Chad, I was 5, 6 years old with that fire on me. What are we talking? Not by myself, of course. I was hunting with parents, but we not gonna act like, you know what I'm saying? We not gonna act like kids don't know what. It's kids out here right now on YouTube. You can watch them. They breaking down the gun blindfolded. The man, what's the Derek Gray? His daughter. Have you seen her with the identifying every bullet, breaking down the gun, putting it back together blindfolded? She's like 7.
Yeah, that's some shit we did in the Marine Corps, but I ain't.
She's like 7.
Okay, so what did you used to shoot? I mean, you was on some Beverly Hillbilly shit.
I'm gonna send you some pictures of my kids, Dorsey, shooting the bow and arrow. Like my kids shoot bows and everything, like target practice. I'm from Arkansas for real, Dorsey. I don't know. My kids on the 4-wheeler, they mud riding, my kids country for real.
Hey, your kids are soldiers, nigga. I'm gonna make sure your kids get
They
drafted.
trying to walk in the garden barefoot. You gotta make them put shoes on. Like come on now.
Hey, let me ask you, you ever killed a razorback?
Hog hunting, yeah, I done been hog hunting, squirrel hunting, deer hunting. I haven't been duck hunting. No, that's probably the only hunting in Arkansas I really haven't done is duck hunting.
Okay, okay. Well, shit, yeah, I got to give it to you, man. Shit, you ready? You grow your crops too? You got a garden in the backyard?
Nah, I'm in Texas now. I don't have a garden, but my pops did a beautiful garden this year, and I helped him out with it. He had a beautiful garden. I'm talking about everything: tomatoes, watermelon, jalapeno peppers, greens. He got greens out there right now. He just started picking greens. After he took that other garden down, he put greens out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of America I want to. If we gonna be like that, then I'm like, yeah, have your gun, but have you a garden too. Guns and gardens, right? You see where I'm coming from? If it's getting to the point where America is getting where your home has to become a fortress, right? Because you already got the security cameras, you already got the guns, then you might as well be totally self-sufficient. You got a fence around your yard?
Of course, yeah, hell yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to fortify...
In Arkansas, you got different types of people and different type. But the way I grew up, like, we always had a dog around the house, not no little bitty, you know what I'm saying, rah dog. Like, we had a dog in the yard, but it wasn't chained up. Like, the dog always had free roam of the yard, you know what I'm saying? That's just how we were.
Right.
Garden, plants, inside the house, outside the house. Just going in the woods like shit just to play. I'm upset that shit. It's not the day and age to where we can just let the kids go play in the damn woods. Like, that was some of my best moments, playing with my friends, just going exploring in the damn woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was fun.
Yeah.
Today's day and age, I can't allow my children, even though they're young now, even when they get 10 or 11 years old, like, I'm not gonna be comfortable just letting my kids go off in the damn woods and play like we did, and I hate that it's like that.
Did you used to build a tree house?
My pops, I didn't have a tree house. I had we called it a dog house, a clubhouse. My pops had built me it was probably the size of, a bedroom, just the size of a bedroom, but it had a refrigerator in there, a toilet, a sink, big screen TV, couch. It had all my sports memorabilia in there and shit. That was the kicking spot. I had a clubhouse. It wasn't in the tree, but it was a similar situation.
Hey, now you said your folks was teachers, right?
My mom was a teacher. My pops was military.
Oh, plug, how come you didn't say your dad was military?
Because that ain't everybody's business.
Oh, okay. Well, we ain't gonna ask what branch he was in, but we know what branch he was in. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I got way more respect for you. I mean, I respect you as it is, but I got way more respect for you because your parents raised you the Southern style. That's the way my parents was, right? But see, my mom used to make alcohol. The mustardine grapes.
Every time I go home, I drink Boot Dorsey. Every time I go home, the show Moonshiners, they did an episode probably about 35 minutes away from where I grew up. Like, they got real Boot down there, like real moonshine, all kinds. I drink real moonshine.
So have you ever seen a 50-pound bag of sugar?
Probably.
Okay, enough said.
They got them at the market and shit. They had big ass bags, all of this shit.
Yeah, okay. So understand this. This is to the callers. Look, man, Southern people, we have a different upbringing than most of the people in the urban areas and so forth. We learn how to live off the land and so forth. My mom had a garden. We had apple tree, peach tree, anything you can make liquor out of, my mom grew. I'm just being real. She loved that. She used to love to make some bootleg hooch. I ain't understand it. We used to have fruit flies all the time around our house. I'm like, God damn, Mom. But like I said, I think that America needs to go back to its old ways. And if we are going to go back to our old ways, I think that you should have a permit for your gun, and you also should have a permit in order to grow a garden. I think that that would show that you're being a responsible citizen and so forth. And then in some states you're able to grow hemp, So you might as well just go on and grow your little hemp in your garden also. You know, I mean, that's, huh? I mean, George Washington was a hemp farmer.
Right, but
Thomas Jefferson was a hemp farmer.
I'm not finna tell them people that don't get me demonetized already, Dorsey. Telling these folks to go.
I said hemp. I said hemp.
Shit.
You know what I want to say, right? But I'm saying hemp.
But yeah, no, for sure, man. I love the South. I wouldn't have it any other way. I do not like living in duplexes, apartments. I like to have a backyard. Like I can't say what I won't do because whatever. But preferably, I like to have a yard. Preferably, I like to have, you know what I'm saying, a place to where my kids can go play. You know, trampoline, pool, whatever. You know what I'm saying. If I get an animal, I don't want to keep my animal on a chain. You know, I would like to have them have a fenced-in yard where they can roam freely. Shit like that, man. That's just how I go.
Yep. See, when I had the house and, you know, I was with my wife in Florida, you know, that was my last wife. We had a house in Florida with a fence and everything, and we had a dog. We had a old coon hound. You know what a coon hound is, right?
Hell yeah. My partner's got some of the best coon dogs in Arkansas right now. My partner got a dog right now that he'll go out and, let me not tell his business, but I'll send y'all some pictures of him. In the
Yeah.
Man, my partner got a coon.
See, we had a red tick. We had a red tick coon hound. We used to call her Pepper. Her name was Pepper. And then we had a little Chihuahua that was Penny. She would bark first because, you know, the little dogs always wake up the big dogs, right? So we had that little alarm system going on. Then my girl, her uncle used to be sheriff's deputy, so she knew how to skeet hunt with the boomstick, right? So we went and got her a little boomstick, and then I couldn't have a gun, so, you know, because of my background and so forth, you know. So, but yeah, I told her shoot to kill. She said, "Can I get a handgun?" I'm like, "Hell no. I want you to have something that."
I had to look it up before I put my partner business out there. But yeah, one night, man, he sent me a picture chat. He had like 25, 26 cones laid out on the back of his truck, man. I'm talking about his dogs do not bullshit, Dorsey. But you know, Arkansas is no bag limit for raccoons.
Right.
I'm talking about
well, I had a buddy down in Florida. His folks was from West Virginia, right? And every year they all get together during hunting season, and they go back up north and go bear hunting and everything. Oh man, they was killing everything moving. I used to laugh at him because he would send me the pictures on Facebook, right? Man, they had about 4 dead bears, coons, turkeys, everything.
I don't think they're supposed to be killing them in the bears.
Huh?
When as a group, you know, I think you get a certain number of tags though. That's why I was telling you before you put that business out. That's why I looked it up, the bag limit for coons in Arkansas before I told my partner business. But yeah, he had
But like I said, man, I'm down with people being self-sufficient and everything. Yes, I'm here in California, and I'm just, you know, if I didn't have this EBT card, I would have to get back out there to hunting and shit. But, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, in today's society, I think that everybody, I mean, I'm for gun control, but I'm also believe that everybody should be able, every household should at least have one firearm. You see where I'm coming from? And I think
at minimum every household should have 3 firearms. That's my opinion.
And if you got a fence around your yard and you got a do not trespass sign up there, I believe you should be able to shoot the shit out of anybody who step on your property. You know, you have to let them know, like, look, do not step on my property for any reason. See, in my house in Florida, our mailbox is on the street. So the mailman ain't got no reason to jump his ass on my property. If Amazon, throw that shit over the fence. Don't come knock on my door. Don't do
Willie
that.
Moore.
Nah, go ahead, Dorsey. We finna watch
So
this interview. It's this young man. He down there in New Orleans. He interviewed a candidate. He's running for city council down there in New Orleans. He interviewed him. He the kid only has like 100. I don't know if he's a kid or if he's close to my age. He looks a little younger than me, but he only got like 142 subscribers. But he out there putting in work. So I'm gonna highlight this kid. I actually reached out to him, chat. I'll show y'all. I reached out to him and offered him my platform. Y'all go give him a follow too. Sorry, Dorsey, hold on, cause I wish.
No, man, talk.
I wish somebody would have done this for me when I was on the come up. Moneyway did. I can't say nobody did. Moneyway did this for me, but Moneyway is my real life partner. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Money, we grew up together. But I wish somebody
Right.
I didn't know did this for me. You know what I'm saying? He said that his channel has been demonetized. His other channel, it was finna get monetized, but they knocked him down. So this is his new channel. He uploaded this video 16 hours ago. He's interviewing a potential candidate. Y'all know I'm gonna do this as well. I'm gonna interview some potential candidates leading up to the midterms, but I want to give him a highlight, man. Give him a highlight. He out here doing, he could be doing anything, bullshitting, but he's out here interviewing mayoral candidates. His channel is Will Keep Going. So y'all go give Will Keep Going a subscription.
We'll keep going. Okay,
I'm going to
gotcha.
subscribe to him right now. I already liked this video before we watched it, but I did reach
Hey,
out to
I
him.
noticed last night you really wasn't taking no phone calls, were you?
Nah.
Yeah, 'cause I wanted to call in last night and talk about old girl who got boo-bopped in the street by the big girl the first time, and then she was out there harassing people again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Doesn't she look like the girl from Half Baked?
Shit, I don't remember her. I don't remember.
Remember, the one Dave Chappelle was his love interest and so forth?
Yeah, I
She had the little
remember that.
curly noodle hair.
Yeah.
She had the little cinnamon skin.
Yeah, what
That's
about
what she
her?
reminded me of, right?
Yeah, what about her?
She taking she didn't learn her lesson. Yeah, I did see she had a little security guard with her this time, but to me, she don't let people just give their opinion. She try to push her shit off on people. You know what I'm saying? Cause she argued with that girl until that she cornered that girl and made that girl concede that, hey, yeah, this is the way. But my whole thing is, when you going around saying you a Christian and so forth, and then you up here telling me that this is what I got to do and this is the way I got to think, first thing I'm going to come out my mouth is, are you a virgin, right? And if neither one, because you saw her little friend, the little white girl or whatever she was, she was dressed in a hoochie outfit, right? So, my whole thing is, if you faking the funk, please don't bring Christianity into your conversation. You see what I'm saying?
I told you,
I have a, huh?
Quit trying to get me to agree with you saying right all the time. You be trying to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
They be like, see, he agreed with that. He agreed. I can't even be like,
I ain't saying you ain't got to agree to a damn
when
thing.
you get to saying right or am I right? That's why when you hear me be quiet, just know this shit. I'm just listening.
Okay, once again, the opinions of Dorsey is my own. Plug ain't got his fist up my ass. I am not a ventriloquist dummy. I'm speaking from my own, okay? Is that good enough, Plug? Because, the views of Dorsey is the views of Dorsey. You understand what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
So once again, I have to reiterate to people, I have lived a very experienced lifestyle. I have seen things and I have done things, and when I was a kid, I was on the train under the Capitol building, riding on the senators' cars, because my mom had political pull back then. Okay, I've seen that. Me being in the military, I've seen things that you guys would never seen. I've been on top of that water for almost 3 months, and I done heard weird noises. Could have sworn it was mermaids and all that. So, my experience is my experiences. I have been on both sides of the country. the East Coast and the West Coast and everything in between. I just haven't been up north because I don't like cold weather. And I've been down to Mexico. So, you know, I've seen what's going on down there. So my whole thing is, you ain't been down to Mexico. You in Texas, right? You been down across the border? Brownsville, no place like that?
No. Closest I've been was by San Diego way. I ain't never been down there on Texas way. I've been to San Diego.
Oh, you was in San Diego. Okay. Yeah. Okay, as you went across the border in a car, you would see that they got federales at on every highway. They got checkpoints in Mexico. And this was even back in the 90s. So I can imagine how it is now with the cartels and so forth, right? So, you know, in this world, we have a lot of experiences, and a lot of you people travel. You know, y'all do the little touristy thing and stuff, but y'all don't really get down into the nitty gritty, you know. So, you know, that's all I got to say, Plug. Going on back with your show because I want to see the videos too. And for the people out in the audience, please call in. You know, my boy Sid, I love you, baby. You a killer, nigga. I love that. But you ain't shy, nigga, so stop lying and call in. All right, Plug, I'm gone.
All right, chat. Yeah, we finna watch this video from Will. Will Keep Going, man. Y'all go give Will Keep Going a subscription. He's interviewing a mayor candidate named Willie Morgan. This is for New Orleans. I don't know if it's mayor or city council. I don't know exactly what he's running for, but he's interviewing a political candidate in New Orleans.
We're going to talk to Mr. Willie Morgan about his plans for New Orleans and the youth. I think like growth, you know, it really starts with the youth. Oh, there he is right there.
Full services today.
4? It's 4 o'clock. He did the full services. Yeah, I got your mic. You just go ahead and clip that on your shirt.
So 7:45 this morning.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to Mr. Morgan, y'all. Coming down here after full services. He still got his church shoes on, y'all.
Yeah, so trying to meet as many voters as possible.
Hey, I really appreciate Mr. Morgan supporting that video we did. I'm going to put some B-roll up from that video. It's just too chaotic to make a full, long-form video of it. But we went and did a pizza party for the homeless. Mr. Morgan had funded the pizza. He bought 10 boxes of pizza. And I had went to Walmart and got, you know, a wagon and stuff like that, stuff for the pizza party. And it was just too chaotic. I can't upload that video, but y'all gonna see a lot of, you know, B-roll footage of it. You know, I'm not gonna show y'all too much, but I will revisit that idea better, you know, in the future. But we're here with Mr. Morgan. We're gonna chat it up really quick about, you know, his plans. And I heard he had a lot to say about the youth. And y'all know I'm pretty big on the youth myself, so I'm really interested to hear what Mr. Morgan has to say.
So yeah, so my name is Willie Morgan. I'm running for City Council District E. Composes of the Lower 9th Ward and New Orleans East. So pretty big district, right? Huge district. One of the biggest in the city. You pretty much can fit New Orleans inside of District E. That's how big it is.
Yeah, New Orleans is pretty big. And the 9th Ward?
Yeah, and the 9th Ward. So it's
the
pretty
upper
big.
9th Ward too, right?
No, so the upper 9th Ward is District D.
Oh, okay.
That'll be D.
Oh, okay.
So it's a different district. So anything pretty much below the industrial canal. So that's how you can kind of pretty much define it.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
So I'm no stranger to our youth in New Orleans. When I came out of undergrad in 2012, I worked for a company called College Support Coordination, where I did case management for kids with developmental mental disabilities.
Okay.
So, you know, I work with that group. I'm no stranger to youth in New Orleans. Like I said, I started all my career at College Support Coordination, where I did case management for kids with developmental mental disabilities. Then I went on to work for the state, where I was assigned to every high school in Jefferson Parish, making sure kids had transition plans ready after high school.
Okay.
And then from there, I went on to Orleans Parish.
Like a counselor role?
So not a counselor, not so much a counselor, but maybe case management. My job was to make sure that everything was in place.
Okay.
So if they needed a caregiver, I made sure that was in place. If they wanted plans for college, I made sure that was in place. So it's more so just making sure whatever they needed was in place, so that once they graduated, it was no gap, right? That they went right into whatever it is that they needed. And then I went to work for Orleans Parish Juvenile Court, where I was the director of the Mellow program, which is a pre-adjudication program for average youth. So instead of you being
So he's saying he was a case manager. You know, he did a lot of things with the youth at a right out of undergrad and at a state level.
And detained.
He's trying to be I believe councilman of the largest district in New Orleans.
The judges will place you in this program, and you will work with me on different skills, basic life skills, anger management, conflict resolution, character building, right? So that, you know, whatever mistake that leads to us, you can overcome it and be a successful member of society, pretty much. So I did that for a number of years. So I know a lot of kids in New Orleans, right? It's not many places I go personally. There's not many places I go where I don't run into a kid, young person that I work with. Although I'm getting old because I ran into one recently at Walmart, and he was 22. And I remember him, he was like 15 years old. I'm like, man, when you guys so grown, you know, like, so, like, I've been doing this a long time. Right, you know, he was doing extremely well. Actually, in the service. So it was just like, man, like, I remember when you just was a kid, like, and now you're a grown man, right? So I've been doing this a long time. Like I said, I'm no stranger to kids in New Orleans. I've been around for quite some time, and now I'm an educator, meeting students at a high school in New Orleans. You want to tell us the school that you did something? Yeah, so I work at the Net East High School, so we offer Bullet and Haynes. I've been there the last 5 years. So, you know, we have our campus, where we at right now, has a host of programs, right? So we have high set, which is like a GED. So we have adult learners and anyone interested in the high set. We also have a nursery in the back for the community, as well as the students who we have. We have a middle school as well as a high school.
It's still echoing.
A large population of people in New Orleans East. We soon will have a clinic from Children's Hospital on property. We do, so they got many programs. So Groundworks, you know. So I think the purpose of the campus was to try to serve as much as the community needs as possible. We have a pantry that community is welcome to come in and get items from. We have a clothing pantry as well as a food pantry. So we try to make sure that our kids have everything they need, right? Oftentimes we want kids to focus on school and be successful, and while that's the goal of every school, sometimes
Alright, did it stop, chat?
Kids have barriers in place that kind of prevents that. So we are trying to overcome those barriers by giving them the resources that they need. What are your goals? What are some things you want to see that, you know, happen? And you know, something that, you know, just your overall plan. So I think, right here in the Lower 9, economic development will be super important, right? Because we don't have a grocery store. Only groceries.
Hold on.
So I know a lot of kids needs as possible. We have a pantry that the community is welcome to come in and get items from. We have a clothing pantry as well as a food pantry.
Is this still echoing, chat?
Everyone who may go to over here who has to go to Chalmette, right? That's unfair. Because that means that we are enriching their neighborhood. Yeah. And none of those resources are coming back into ours. So enough flow going on here. Right. So we definitely need to get a full service grocery store in this neighborhood. Right. We have a lot of elders in this community. We have three homes, three elder complexes, right? One off of St. Maurice, one on St. Chloe, and one right over here off of Charbonnet and Clayton.
So y'all saying this, is it still echoing or not, man? Damn. Oh my God.
Right? So that's a lot of elders in our neighborhood without any pharmacy. When they have to go and get their medication, they got to leave out this community. Yeah, my grandma, she got all the way to Jeffries to the Walgreens down there to get her medication. So we got to change that. Yeah. So we got to change that. So that got to be a priority for us out the gate, right? And then in New Orleans East, again, economic development, trying to get those businesses back in the neighborhood. One of the issues I have right now is that anyone with a family, when you want to do like family-oriented things, besides going to Joe Brown Park, if you want to go to the movie theaters, to Sky Zone, to the bowling alley, skating, you got to leave out of District E. You cannot do any of those things
100%.
in our district.
And I actually stayed in that area. I stayed here and I stayed in the east. So I know exactly what that's like. We had to do some distance to go to a trampoline park.
Yeah, you know. So we got to change that because again, not all families have access to transportation. So how do those families get way to Metairie and Kenner?
Yeah.
Right. So we got to change that. We say that our kids are lost and that they have a lot is going on with our youth, but what are we giving them as a recreational and fun activities to do? We have to improve it, right? We can't not give them anything to do and then get mad when they get into mischief.
Exactly. So I do got a question. What do you think about what I do? You see my videos online. You know, that's what I do. I get up my phone. Everyone has a phone with a camera on it. I spend $20 on a tripod at Walmart, and I just go around and I just make videos and I just express myself through my phone, and it's very fun to do. So what do you think about that? Because with me, I think a lot of young people should, start doing content.
Listen, this is something that didn't exist when I was in high school. I graduated high school in 2007.
Okay.
Content creators was not a thing when I was in school. So this is a whole new ball game, right? A whole new
Facts. It shit didn't exist when I was coming out. When I graduated, I'm trying to see, like, there were YouTubers, but like everything was like long form content. Then you had Vine. I guess Vine was out then. I really wasn't on Vine. But yeah, the content was drastically different.
Of life. But I think when used for the right reasons, it's a dope tool.
All right, Alejandro. Thank you, Alejandro.
Had a class. Our school is year round. I don't get the summer off like everybody else, unfortunately. We had a class or something called fake news, where the kids had to decipher between what was real and what was fake, and then they created their own to kind of teach people how you can flag, how you're able to tell if something is legit.
Oh, okay.
So that's a way of teaching them how to use this tool properly, right? And making sure that they're not becoming part of the false and fake narratives that are being pushed across social media. Because this is a powerful tool, right? We know that because of social media, some people have committed suicide, right, because of bullying. And then we know that some people have become millionaires, right, from inspiring people. So it's two ways, So
we try to get that, man.
So we just want to make sure that our kids are being safe on the internet, that they are using their best judgment, and they're not getting into anything. Because we know that here in New Orleans, we're a port city, and with that being said is we have sex trafficking here in New Orleans, right? I know that the people at Covenant House are working closely with law enforcement to help kids who end up here. We have a large number of homeless population in downtown New Orleans. So we definitely want to make sure that we are protecting all of our youth, that we're giving them the resources they need to be successful. But also, I think this is awesome too. I know some of my kids at the school have launched their own little channel.
Yeah, that's how I was going to ask you. Have you ever met any other content creators?
Yeah, so some of my kids, like I say, some of our kids at the school have launched their own little channel. They pretty much like, I guess it's like the scenario like Bad Boys Club New Orleans type thing.
Okay.
And they are like seriously into it, so they're always showing me their videos. I know one of our students who just graduated last semester, she was really good at video. She showed me some of her stuff, and like I was like, wow, girl, you talented. Yeah, like she was a talented young lady, right? So I have, and then I know people like Trophy Chocolate, who makes content, Joe Jackson, who make content. So I know Pete Carroll. So people in New Orleans who do make content, who are very popular on social media. But it's definitely a great tool, and it's going to change. Social media is going to change this election, right? This election largely will be determined off of social media, and that's something that we have not seen in local politics before.
The internet is still pretty new. It's not as reliable yet. I mean, a lot of people don't rely on it as much because it's still super new. Content creation is still pretty new. A lot of people don't understand how powerful it can really be. You can touch a lot of people.
This election, like I say, it's being heavily influenced by social media. District E is the largest district, as I said, in this city. So So it's really hard for me to reach everyone in the district, right? Yeah. It's almost impossible without tons of dollars. Yeah. But even with me working tirelessly every day to make almost every event I've been invited to, sometimes I'm at like 6 events a day, right? I'm going to bed at 11 o'clock at night. I'm up in the morning. I'm out the door by 7:30 at events. So like, even with all of that, I'm still not reaching everyone. But my videos and my content on social media is reaching.
Yeah, I really enjoyed your videos.
Yeah, you know, it's reaching a lot of people that I can't reach. I want to reach everybody in person because I want to be able to sell myself in person to them, but it's impossible. So I'm relying on social media. I'm relying on people like you to help me get the message out and kind of tell everyone what I'm about. Because I'm not a politician, right? So the powers that be, they're not donating money to my campaign. All the money I've raised have come from family and friends and classmates who, co-workers who believe in me and believe in the vision that we get. So I don't have major donors, right? I'm not funded by PACs. I'm not funded by energy. I'm not funded by large organizations. So I have to do more with less, right? They can the other people in this race, they can afford to pay for commercial ads and buy direct mailers and all of those things that you kind of need to win elections. Have to do more with less, and that's fine because I feel like the power is in the people. So if I can connect to enough people, then they'll help me spread the word, and that's what's been happening. So even as someone who's new to politics, who's not a politician, I have been able to be competitive with a former city council member who's running for re-election as well as a state representative, right? So these are not people who are new to politics. One thing I definitely want to do for our youth is I know that it's like Airbnb. I hear my kids talking about it all the time. They go on to a Airbnb party. I want somewhere for you guys to get a party that's safe and that you guys get to go home at the end of the night, right? So if you're familiar, on Broad, this place called Broadside. It's like this outdoor venue. It's super dope. If you've never been, check it out. It's an awesome venue. But it's off in Broadview, right off of Broad in Orleans, I want to say. Oh, okay. We need something like that in New Orleans East, where you guys can host parties and host DJs. Yeah, and security. And we can make sure it's security. Yeah. We can make sure you guys are safe, and that at the end of the day, everyone goes home. And then what that means is you guys are not creating an issue for yourself in other areas, right? But right now, right here off the park off of Four Star on Sundays, and I've seen y'all. They do DJs. You know, it's not permitted. It's not like you guys are just showing up having a DJ, and it's all fun, right? Yeah. Nothing bad has happened. You guys are having a great time, having fun. I've seen a lot of my old students there. That's cool. You get to like go around and just see your old students. Yeah, that's amazing. I see them everywhere. Everywhere I am, I see them. But I've been doing this for so long, right? Yeah, and the connection's there every time you see them, right? Right. And what happens is they're gonna eventually be run off the park because they didn't go about it in the right way. I want to give them a space where I can help them do that, where they can party, where no one is gonna run you, where you're not causing them nuisance, you're not getting into it with the neighbors, right? This is a space that's for y'all, by y'all. Right, you guys can help develop it. You guys can help curate it. You can help design it, and then it's a space that's for y'all, right? A space that's for you, where they can have block parties. You can get all the hot DJs y'all like, all the artists y'all like, and that be y'all space, especially on Sunday, because everybody knows New Orleans is a Sunday town. New Orleans love a Sunday, right? Okay, yeah. So we need something like that, and I think we can. Sunday's been a little rough lately the past 3 weeks, especially after that Bills game. The Saints can lose every game in the season, and people in New Orleans still gonna party. That sounds great. A lot of safe fun. Yeah, and I think my last year at juvenile court, when I decided to leave, that year was a hard year for me. Right, that year I had lost 12 clients. So pretty much I was averaging a funeral a month. These are not kids who I knew in name only. The kids who I have picked up and brought to school. Kids who I pounded down because they missed court. Right? Kids who mom called me because they was cutting up and I'm fussing with them on the phone. Yeah. These are kids that I knew. Right? I knew them. One of my kids, Sean, he had just joined the band. at his school, and he was like, man, you gonna come see me? We marching next week. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. You know, I'm coming. And I remember when I was out there and I was shouting. You could tell how proud he was. Yeah. And you know, I'm loud, so I'm out there shouting for Sean. You know, and he's bucking him up. You could see in his face. And shortly after that, we lost him to essentially guns violence. So it was a hard year for me, right? To lose kids who I have been working with and who I knew had bright futures ahead of them. You come to any high school in New Orleans, I think someone in that building has either lost someone that's a relative or a friend. We need to live in a space where that's not normal. That was not normal when I was in school. I didn't lose any classmates in high school. A lot of our kids are experiencing that regularly. We're going to make sure that we create an environment where that's no longer the norm. The youth in New Orleans is super important to me. They mean a lot to me. We are providing educational opportunities, recreational opportunities, as well as fun, right? I do want everyone to be super smart and go on great things in life, but I want them to have fun along the way, because I know I had fun. I'm sure you probably don't remember, because you was probably a baby then, but not far from here, there was a skating rink. It was a skating rink right off of La Manche in St. Croix. And everybody around here on the weekend, that's why we hung out at the skating rink. You know, that's gone. We don't have that anymore.
Man,
the skating ring right off of La Manche in St. Croix. Oh, wow. So, you know, you had Burger Orleans on St. Croix, where we all used to hang out and get our milkshakes and our burgers from, right? So after school, everybody got on the bus early right there.
Burger Orleans, the one that got in Jensen?
Yeah.
They have one over here?
Yep, right on St. Croix. Right on St. Croix.
Wow, we don't got ain't nothing over here in this district,
but we're going to change that, though. We're going to change that. I think it's now just make sure we have leadership that's going to fight for this community and make sure that the development happens.
All right, Chad, we're going to move on from there, man. That was a nice interview, man. Shout out to that guy for getting that interview, man. And shout out to William Morgan. Sound like he's doing a good, trying to do good down there, man. All right, Chad. What's up, DT? Yeah, man. Trying to see, chat. Yeah, chat. We're going to get up out of here, man. We're going to come back live later on, man. We'll be live here in a little bit, chat. I'm going to go grab some lunch, man, to reset, and we'll come back live. Probably do some reactions to some cool shit before the nighttime, so just chill and watch some. Double tap the screen, shut the live out.